Call Nick Lee.
The Nick Lee Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Get ready to crank it up. Oktoberfest is taking over Orlando Harley-Davidson October 16th through the 19th. 4 days of nonstop action, daily entertainment, live music, and kicking it off with a free hog roast. You can cool off at the Bikini Bike Wash, vendors throughout the parking lot, and roll into the largest new and pre-owned inventory in the state of Florida. The music's loud, the food is hot, the drinks are cold, and the throttle is wide open. Get all the details at OrlandoHarley.com. We'll see you at Hogtoberfest 2025, October 16th through the 19th, right off I-4. We're ready. Are you?
Another month, another high utility bill. You know, those old windows and doors might be the culprit, letting valuable energy escape and your money, too. Upgrade them with Renewal by Andersen. At Renewal by Andersen, their energy-efficient windows and doors had the latest advanced technology, keeping your home comfortable year-round, helping reduce your energy costs and make your home more eco-friendly, too. And with their Smart Sun Glass option, you'll minimize heat loss and maximize energy savings. Renewal by Andersen windows are beautiful, durable, and energy efficient. Candace says, my window project with Renewal by Andersen was completed today. Very professional and hardworking team. I love my new windows. Thank you, RBA team. It's fall savings month, and they're offering 20% off all replacement windows and patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all the beautiful products they offer and check out their hassle-free process in 4 easy steps. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Hey, it's Karen in Georgia, and we just celebrated our 500th episode of My Favorite Murder.
That's 500 podcasts filled with true crime, comedy,
and some light girl math.
We're about to podcast for you. Watch this.
We have to think of something to say after welcome every week, and we're doing it.
Every week for 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
10 years.
10.
That's what 500 episodes sounds like.
New episodes every Thursday. Listen to My Favorite Murder on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Goodbye.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Is it a cold, allergies, or could it be a sinus issue? Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you find out. A recent study has shown that 45% of patients who suffer from allergies also suffer from chronic sinus issues that are often left untreated. So ditch those nasal sprays and over-the-counter meds for good and find a solution that actually works at Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Your favorite band live, First Chord Hits. That's a thrill. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, what thrill beats them all?
It's the thrill of the win. I've been there when the worry is real, when the bills pile up, when the pain doesn't quit, and getting the call that says, we came through for you. That's huge. It's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out better than when they walked in. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, October 8th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From all hell is breaking loose to Zach Bryan responds to the country music ice backlash, and fans freak out as Amazon does the unthinkable to James Bond. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Howdy doody.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Record your dispatch on thenewsjunkie.com right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Pretty good. How the heck are you?
You say howdy doody? Was that a howdy doody intro?
You bet your butt it was.
Oh, it's almost as bad as Courtney has been scolding herself. I haven't said anything personally about this, but she's been scolding herself for saying what she thinks is the nerdiest thing in the world, which she keeps responding with okie dokie. So I'll say something, she go okie dokie, and then
Okie-dokie's good, but once it's in your head, you can't stop. It's an out-of-body experience.
I don't know.
It's
like
like
howdy
alrighty
doody.
then.
It's like when for a little while, I got hooked on if I ran into something or if I tripped a little bit, I'd be like, whoopsie daisy. And, oh, that's a bad one. Like all of these credibility down the drain every single time.
My old roommate was a big fan of Oopsie Doodles. And I hated it.
It's the worst.
Oopsie Doodles.
Oopsie Doodles is worse than Oopsie Daisy. I think it absolutely is. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours besides that noise outside the studio. Let's go to Twitch. Here we go. Where a woman, I've not heard of this lady over on Twitch before. Her name is Fandy. And Fandy was getting a lot of heat for this. This is not a Grease remake, but in fact, she gave birth, the first ever live birth streamed on Twitch. Let's listen in.
Might have you on your leg, but let's see. Yeah.
There it goes. They're pulling the baby out. And there you go. And I haven't seen this before. In an inflatable tub in the living room of your house. An inflatable tub in the living room of your house with a chat going on in the background. You just birthed the child.
I told you guys years ago that there was family friends, and I was the same age as the daughter, grew up together, who moved to North Carolina, and their doula was in Miami, and they wanted to give birth in Miami. So my parents let them stay in the guest house. And then
I kind of remember this,
a month or two later, a little closer to the birth, they asked, can we have the baby in the guest house via tub? And my parents did draw the line and say, I think it'd be best in the hospital.
I think that's fine. I think it's fine to have your personal space. You know, like, hey, I know what you're going to do, all right? When you give birth, it's not like sometimes we when we're little, would picture a stork just dropping off a perfectly clean little baby.
No.
It's not that clean, all right?
Afterbirth everywhere.
Yeah,
what are you,
there's
Swiffer
stuff.
that?
There's stuff coming out of all the spaces, all right? It's happening.
The room they were in, first of all, hilarious that they had the chat up on a screen.
They do, yeah.
For them to read.
What emoji am I supposed to send? You know, what react am I supposed to send right as you're pushing out the baby when you're like, Oh, here we go.
Fire emoji. Fire emoji.
Uh-huh.
Was that baby? Is that the mother making that noise?
Yeah, that's the mom. That's the mom.
If that was the baby, that's a demon baby that has just been brought into this earth.
I saw somebody say, talk about overdoing it for your stream. And I'm like, tell me you're 15 without telling me you're 15, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, the mom is totally overdoing her reaction to having a watermelon squirt out from between her legs.
Squirt is one way to do it. Squirt seems a little less painful. It is your body is transforming and opening up in ways that was not natural prior to that moment.
See here, what is this, the 50s? Like Mad Men? You're going to smoke a cigarette and be like, listen, quiet down, broad.
I thought
it's loud.
I thought the comment might have been just her doing this whole thing in general would be overdoing it for the stream.
People were saying it was like, oh, how could you do this? This is so, it's not classy at all. It's trashy.
Oh,
and I'm like,
okay,
this
you're
is the
watching
most,
it.
This is the most classy thing that's happened on Twitch all year. I know what happens on Twitch. I know. The drama of the day on Twitch is somebody possibly having a shock dog collar to keep their dog in the background on the dog bed. It's all stupid and dumb and ridiculous. It's a beautiful part of life. She had a baby. You can't see anything.
Exactly.
She's not exposing herself.
Now, question for you, though. I thought Twitch was strict. Like, at one point, you couldn't eat a banana on a Twitch live stream. So now they've opened things up. Pun intended?
You could do a lot more than that. But you could still be in like a bikini and stuff. There's lots of things that people do. I don't know if many people watch that anymore.
I thought the banana thing was regional, like you couldn't eat a banana in China or something.
That's going to be hard to enforce. But whoa! You eating a banana there? Where are you looking at? She's just pushing out a baby. It's unbelievable, man.
Like and subscribe.
I just love that people will be like, hey, this is so trashy. How could you put this on the internet? I'm like, I'm pretty sure everybody has a baby picture of immediately after they were born when you were on your mom's body and it was like, here's the first moment that we met.
Not us 90s, 80s babies. It was like when you got put in the plastic box and you look like an alien. You still have the afterbirth on your head. You're like, and they're like,
still
printed.
Me on my mom's chest. You don't have a photo of like when you were just right after you were born?
Oh, I'm sure I do. But the one that got printed in the Miami newspaper was where I looked like I had been beamed down from some ugly ass planet in space.
You got printed in the newspaper? What the hell?
Oh, yeah. That's a Latin thing to do.
I didn't get in the newspaper for my birth. But why not monetize it? Are we all crazy here?
I think
Make some money.
Pictures of Jackson, that was the first place he went, was laying on Ashley's chest.
Yeah.
And she almost looked surprised, like, oh, she didn't make a noise like that. She did not make a noise. Like, they don't have epidurals in that home birth thing. They must not.
No, I don't think so.
Ashley was floating.
Yeah.
Cool, the baby. Whoa.
She did.
Awesome.
She went, oh, it's done?
Ashley sounded like a stoner about 3 a.m. at a
I'll
party.
take 14 more, man.
And then the other photos we took, those sweet, sweet nurses that helped us through everything. They were so good at every little piece of every part of that, except when they took pictures of me cutting the cord.
Oh.
I cannot show you.
Why?
Because Ashley is in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Just
that's the angle they chose, huh?
I mean, and the baby is seconds old,
Right.
Yeah, but I think they don't understand because they just see this stuff all day long.
Oh, of course.
Right? Like,
I
this
know
is their world.
someone's birth nurse who took the placenta and umbilical cord and made a little, like they wrote in cursive, love, and showed the papa. Said, look at that, and it was a sight to see. Beautiful
that's a little weird, like you're coming back from your Carnival Cruise Line day.
I was just going to say, it's the birthing suite version of the towel origami.
It's in a lobster form. Congratulations.
It's not the weirdest thing I've heard, but I support her. What do you think, trashy or classy or somewhere in between? Let us know. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I truly think it's one of the least offensive things I've seen on Twitch in 2025. It's a trash can out there. Here we go. Oh, I want to say something. We need to make a change. We need to make a change in not even polite society, but just American society as a whole, because I've just heard that Jerry Jones has been fined by the National Football League. All right.
Oh,
he's the owner of the Cowboys, big, bloated white dude who looks kind of like the bad guys on Captain Planet. Captain Planet. He's a hero.
And that guy has a cigar that never goes out.
Yeah, like the bad guy's always like a big fat guy
Mustache,
smoking a cigar. Jerry
chest
Jones kind of
hair.
looks like he's one of those characters. He goes out in his booth or clubhouse, at the MetLife Stadium, and he was like doing the thumbs up, saying hi to the fans who had turned around. And at one point, he turned his thumbs up into a middle finger for some of the people that were there in the stands. And they fined him $250,000 for it. All right? $250,000 they fined him for doing this. Here's the moment. He's waving. Thumbs up. All right, there. Oh, for just a split second.
So this isn't even on the jumbo screen.
No. There it is. It's not even an entire second. He flips the middle finger.
I can't even tell from this angle.
It's so nothingness. That right there. It must be a $250,000 fine for like a quarter of a second. That's what happened. And I thought, well, don't we have our priorities out of whack here? Is the middle finger really that offensive? Is the middle finger really that offensive? And a couple of things came to mind. Number one, if you are driving around, Sabrina, you're out there on the roads, and somebody gets mad at you because, you're not driving right for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gets mad at you, and they pull up next to you, and they're like, middle finger. And they're just hitting you with the middle. Would you rather have that or somebody laying on the horn?
Oh, middle finger all day.
Yeah, the middle
Without a
finger
doubt.
is just less offensive and shocking
I wish
than the horn.
was good at it. Like right now, example, cool.
Mm-hmm.
When I do it in the car, I just go, oh, and then more.
You got to keep those thumbs down. You got to keep. It's hard, but you got
this
to keep
looks
the
weird.
thumbs
This
down.
looks like an 8th grader, right? So you
All
got
right,
to
there-
do a little knuckle.
Yeah, that's a little controversial, right? Yeah, even like the knuckles you can bring into it, no matter
But
what
no
you're
thumb?
doing.
No thumb?
No
I think a
thumb.
little- no, look at the thumb right here. This looks kind of cool.
What are you guys hitching cabs over there? We don't need the thumb
it's just
sticking
a tip,
out.
man.
What do you got? Mail in the mailbox? You want somebody to pick up? Tuck the
this
thumb in,
looks
middle
weird.
finger like this. That's how it goes. $250,000 fine
Which is
for
chump
that.
change for that fella, right?
Which is kind of it is. Yes, it is.
Still
But-
ridiculous.
But it's kind of crazy that they're like Jerry Jones flipped off somebody he didn't like in the audience at the football game for 1 millisecond, $250,000 fine. And then they're like, this guy attacked his entire family and beat his wife.
We're just going to mention it during the in between plays commentary.
Let's throw it to the female sideline reporter to awkwardly
It's all
make.
you, chick.
Mention what happened with the ladies at this guy's house, and then back to you. But we'll find the owner $250,000. Okay.
When the fines do happen, where's this money going? To better the NFL experience?
Let's see.
Or right
Let's
into the commissioner's pocket?
Hang on. Good question. Let me
Thank
see.
you.
Because I think we've maybe looked this up at one point in time, but I always forget. Hang on. Where do the NFL fines go? When somebody plays a fine in the NFL, where does that money go?
The boys.
I'm asking.
Who's asking that?
No. You know what? Somehow my phone got hooked up to my computer, and it keeps trying to make my
new one.
It is. It's my new phone.
Wait, are you getting that notification that your Wi-Fi is disabled for continuity camera?
No, I don't know what the hell
no,
that is.
No, nobody's doing that. That's fine.
All right, I'll figure this out. But yeah, I think the NFL says, what does the NFL do with fine money? I think that they say they give it to charity or something, but let's just double check. Like they don't make enough money over there, NFL and the NFL Players Association doesn't keep all of the money from fines for their own profit. Here's how it's handled. All fine money collected goes to programs for former players, not to the NFL. Specifically, the fines are donated to the Professional Athletes Foundation to support legends in need, and the NFL Foundation, which supports health, safety, and wellness efforts across all levels of football. Oh, so you put all the people on the field and they get CTE, and then afterwards flip a couple of middle fingers, and then you're funding the CTE dudes after
their medical bills.
Is it though? Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of breakthroughs in the research with CTA. I just see a bunch of dudes either committing crime or killing themselves and then saying, please research my brain. So I don't see much advancement.
They haven't solved it yet. No, they have not solved the problem.
We need a couple more middle fingers from the owners, please.
The NFL says since 2011, around $4 million per year on average has been donated from fine money to these causes. So they have tried to take this money and bring it elsewhere. But I really think, and I want to know, just generally speaking, where do you classify the middle finger on offensive things? Like, should people be able to on live TV middle finger? Is that inappropriate? Should that be allowed? Should that not be allowed? I think we allow such worse things. It doesn't really feel that bad. It's just you're just doing a little thing with your finger, for God's sake.
Right.
But
it's not really even actual sign language.
No, it's not. Isn't that one this or something like?
That's the
like under your chin.
Okay, I can't say what I want to say because I want to say something in Italian, but there's mean something probably I can't say.
Bobbity boobity.
In Japanese sign language, the same gesture with all fingers curled inward except the middle one means elder brother, younger brother, and siblings. Like
that's what I'm saying.
All about family.
That's what Jerry Jones was saying, too. Middle finger, you're just trying to reach out to your younger brother out there. So here you go. That's what I have to say.
This comes from a childish name of the middle finger, and they have some weird translations here. There's big brother finger, dad finger, mom finger, big sister finger.
These are all weird.
Like that.
And,
no matter how you slice it, it's weird. Tell us how you think. Fair penalty, $250,000 for a fraction of a second in a middle finger, or too far? Let us know your thoughts. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We're going to talk about this country singer who's in the headlines at the last 2 days here. He, I guess, released some new song. This guy's been controversial before, but now he released a new song, and it mentioned ICE in the song, like Immigration Customs Enforcement. And the whole media coverage has been like, MAGA country fans turn on Zach Bryan. And he's responded, and we'll kind of get into what's going on with that drama. Before we talk about that, there is something that's taking place as a result of the Sora 2 launch with the AI video that we discussed. And this is unhinged. And we have to maybe have another conversation with your child to make sure that they don't do this week. Okay, what's happening? We'll talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Keep an eye out for police activity on the roadways, clearing up an accident on Main Street in Apopka between Severin Boulevard and Park Avenue. The right turn lane's blocked due to an accident on State Road 46 eastbound near the interstate. There's debris on the roadway slowing things down on I-4 westbound before Maitland Boulevard, and you're going to run into some familiar delays on I-4 through that amusement park area. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Daytona Home Show.
Don't miss the Daytona Home Expo this weekend, October 11th.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of no ages, welcome to Wednesday.
You take control of your energy. That's where solar installers want to come in. You call them up, they're going to design.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to tell you, as of this morning, on the scale, though it doesn't look like it, this shirt is not flattering. On the scale, as of this morning, on the path to lose weight before the roast, so that I can lower the impact of any chubby or fat jokes that I may receive. Started at 214, 208 pounds. 208 pounds as of this morning. And then I put this shirt on, and I felt dumpy in this shirt, but I haven't worn this in a while. And then I go, Courtney, does this shirt look good? She says, it looks good, looks good. I said, no, be honest with me. Does this shirt look good? Does it look bad? Should I not wear it? And she goes, what, you mean the nipple thing? And I'm like, oh, God. Is that a Is that an ongoing issue that you can see my nipples through my shirt? The shirt is very flabbering. Yeah. Yeah. 3 minutes and we're back live on the show. If you're new around here, this is a commercial break, a network break on the show. We are a broadcast radio show, live stream, and podcast. So when we do these sometimes excessively long commercial breaks, we talk in between. We chat, we get down to some drama, etc., etc. Sean says, Rick, day before do a UFC type weight cut and you'll be golden. How do I do that? Like trash bag style and Rocky montage? Water really packs on the pounds? Just quit water? If only. If only. Just vomit and poop? You think I could do these things at the press of a button? No. Sean, are we dumping on Hassan abusing his dog today? Says Booty Sweat. I don't know. I don't know what these people are doing. I don't know if this guy has a secret button like Matt Lauer. Like Matt Lauer and Michael Vick, like Michael Lauer, like Matt Vick. Does he have a Matt Vick button on his desk? Hassan, the Twitch streamer, the commie kid. Does he have a Matt Vick button on his desk, and when he hits it, it just shocks the shit out of his dog? I don't know. I will only tell you this, because I'm not going to try to get into the guessing game over whether or not somebody has a shock collar on their dog, but I will say, I unequivocally, as a result of this show, denounce anybody who uses those things. It is not okay. It is not safe. I've had one on, and I've been shocked on like 50%, and it's torturous. It's bad. 90 seconds and we're back. So I don't know if some Twitch streamer has a shock collar on their dog to keep it in place in its cute little bed, so it's like, a prop, so that it's an aesthetic. The dog is an aesthetic accoutrement in the background. It wouldn't surprise me. Everything with the politics of these people is an aesthetic, so why not the dog too? And you shock them if they don't stay in place. But I don't know. If they say it's not, maybe it's not. Who knows? All I know is I will say, don't declaw your cats and don't shock your dogs. I know, I'm radical, right? What a radical man I am. Full MAGA and full libtard all at once, baby. I'm like the Power Rangers of dumb politics. Zordon with nipples. Here we go. Coming back loud.
By Pfizer.
On the new season of the podcast Heavyweight,
I pointed the gun at him and said, "This isn't a joke."
A man who robbed a bank when he was 14 years old, and a centenarian rediscovers a love lost 80 years ago.
How can a 101-year-old woman fall in love again?
Listen to Heavyweight on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Heavyweight and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
Asking about, this Twitch streamer using the shock collar on his dog allegedly. I'm like, I have no idea what these people are doing. The only thing I know about any dog shock collar drama, honest to God, is that we tried a bit one time with the shock collars, And it is definitely torturous to do that to dogs. Just from like actual personal experience, I would
not feel good.
Yeah, I would
Even
not
if we
put
had a
that on
layer
dog.
of fur on her neck, it still would be very painful.
Yeah, it's. I think people are like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You do you. I'm not. Whatever. But I felt like it was inhumane to use one of those myself after testing it out. Like,
Also, I can't
it's like
imagine
being waterboarded or something, and then you go, damn, waterboarding sucks.
Now that's a fun bit. Secondly, imagine if I put a shock collar on Carl. That would make him explode or catch on fire, right?
He's too small. I
They
don't even know
make
if
it that small?
if they make shock collars that small, like a shock
You're
collar
sick.
version of baby shoes, that's messed up.
Yeah, they probably
Little
just make
teeny
it
one.
out of the same thing that they use like as an igniter on an electric
grill lighter.
He hates those. He would start barking at it.
What, the candle lighter?
I hate it.
Lexi hates the candle
He
lighter
will
too.
do it from a mile away. If you go to light that up, he is up next to your ankles trying to rip them off.
Something about that.
Very high pitch. Very high pitch. Any fun facts about Lady?
Lady
Just loves everything.
is not going to get the shock collar. I'll tell you that. I'm just not going to be doing that. But I want to tell you about something that's popped up. We've been talking, well, as we generally do, because AI is such a big breakthrough in the last 2 to 3 years. If you aren't talking about it, you're missing out on a thing that's going to be as big of a social change, long term and short term, as the internet ever was, and maybe more, much more actually, probably a lot more. The internet walked so AI could run. That really will be what the future of this country is. I've already told you, I think this is going to lead to, within our lifetimes, the elimination of most jobs. People will transfer over into an economy where we are less reliant on these average run-of-the-mill jobs that people do each day. We somehow have to work this all out. It's crazy, right? And we talked about Sora 2, which was released recently. And don't worry if you don't know about this stuff. I'll explain it a little bit here briefly. But Sora 2 is a video generation tool, and it was released to invitation only. C-Lane got me an invitation code when I was trying to find one desperately.
Same.
And
Thank you, C-Lane.
You're welcome.
Popped it in and started using it, and it's unbelievable.
I have a listener to thank for that, by the way. I got to find who that is.
I went on Reddit posts. I even had ChatGPT like giving me notifications every time it refreshed. I asked some dude that I knew had the Pro, didn't get the invite. I mean, it was a hard ticket to find.
Kyle, thank you to Kyle for sending that code over. But yeah, I was trying on Twitter, and there are so many like fake websites generating 6-digit codes and then going, "Did it work? Did it work? Tell me if it worked." Or people that are like, like and subscribe and do this, and I'll give you a code. And
there's a lot of that.
Cool. I'll follow you and unfollow you as soon as you send the code.
Well, here's one way, that people are utilizing this new technology that is really, really stupid. This is in Round Rock. That's where this took place in Texas. And it says, the story from KVUE ABC says, Round Rock police warn of a social media trend that's going around. Now, take a break, relax for a bit. Let me just inform you that most of the time when the news says there's some social media trend, it's usually like 2 kids, all right? It's not like, oh, my God, everybody's doing this. But still, it's worth being aware of, especially if you're a little bit older and not in touch with what's happening with AI. Like, I've talked to people recently, and they go, oh, man, this AI thing is pretty dangerous. I hear it can, help kids with their homework. And I'm like, that is the least of our worries. That ain't nothing. But this is a thing. The Round Rock Police Department in Texas is warning the public about a TikTok trend that misuses emergency services. The trend reportedly involves staging fake home invasions by sending text messages and AI-generated images to their parents. These people will send them to their parents, I guess. And it says the police said the images appear realistic, often showing scenes such as a homeless man sitting on a couch, standing in the kitchen, or eating food inside the home. Right? And I guess what happens here is the parents get the message and the kids are like, somebody broke into our house. Look, this man is on our couch right now. And they send an AI image that they're just kind of joking around with.
It's quite funny, but it's messed up for sure.
But the parents are calling the cops saying there's a home invasion happening. They're calling them up and saying, well, look, we got a problem
it's all
here.
how it's presented, kiddos. The first one that I believe started the trend was No, he needs some water. We're just here to help him. He's very nice. Oh, he just needed a shower. And then
keep going around.
Now, I did see someone that I went to high school with posted the prank against their husband and the phone call they got. And it was not as funny. It was anger. And I'm going to be over there in 2 seconds.
Because people who don't get AI are like, well, this must be a real hobo on my couch at home right now. Why would you have let this man into our house? And these parents are doing this. And they're boomer enough that they don't understand what's going on, so they're calling 911. I think they talk about it in the news reporting.
A warning from Round Rock Police about a social media trend that's leading to unnecessary 911 calls. Round Rock Police say there's a trend floating around TikTok and other social media platforms where teenagers stage fake home invasions. The teens send their parents text messages with AI-generated
nailed
pictures.
It. They're swatting themselves.
They are, yeah. They're swatting themselves. There's a hobo in my house. He's on the couch. My kids are in danger. Send the police. And the kids are like, they're laughing. They don't realize their parents are calling the cops on this thing.
Of a homeless man inside the house. Round Rock Police say the pranks have led to parents calling 911 thinking their child is in danger. In fact, the department responded to 2 calls related to the prank over the weekend. So they're encouraging parents to talk with their kids about the risk and potential legal consequences.
Yeah, we have a trend on our hands. There's been 2 calls about this, everybody.
God damn.
This is a big deal. Hang on. Let's see here. If I go to ChatGPT, make me an image of a homeless man. Will they do something with the homeless person, I wonder? Homeless
Probably
man
will, but you have to
sitting on my couch.
Do they have a picture of your couch?
Orange juice. Yeah, you might have to get like your couch to make it better. But let's just see how convincing this would be. Like if I was a boomer disconnected parent, if I saw that, would I go, oh my God, there's somebody that's broken into the house. The kids are in danger right now. I'll call the police. And the kids have a total different agenda. They're like, we're over here getting funny content that we're going to post to our TikTok channel. Parents, we got to be a little more hip to this stuff, okay? We got to be aware of what's going on. You got to know what's a joke, what's not. You got to be able to read the mojos. You know what I mean? It's an all-important thing to keep up with this stuff so you're not getting tricked. Now, I got the AI making me an image of a homeless man sitting on my couch drinking orange juice.
Do we think this is going to be a funny image?
I don't
Will he have
don't
a
know.
sign asking for more orange juice? Will
Would it be weird if they still got your living room perfectly?
That's
without
going to
giving
be
up
a real
pictures?
mind F.
That would be scary. You've talked before about you asked something to ChatGPT and it's like, oh, is this about your cat Luna? Yeah. How's that new food she's on? And you're like, whoa,
That's
dude.
crazy. How dare you?
Back off of my life a little bit, would you? Okay, this is funny because the ChatGPT image creation experience so much reminds me of AOL in the dial-up days.
Getting
like
porn.
right now, take a look. It's literally going like it's like revealing the photo as it goes. Oh, my God.
Nailed it, baby.
Eli got it's a hobo on the couch. It says "lost my job"
wearing
on
my
a cardboard
jeans.
sign. He's got ripped
And that
jeans.
is your couch. Wow, I can't believe they nailed
That's
your
so
couch
weird.
so well.
And that lamp.
And imagine a parent seeing this and going, "Oh my goodness, you've let a homeless man in our house. How could you do this?" Please don't fall for this. You're smarter than that. I believe in you. We can't have this happen.
Man, that or if there's like an uncle that's not supposed to come over.
Ooh.
You know?
now it gets
we
weird.
never turned him in, but we don't talk to him anymore.
Well, we'll see what happens, but this seems to be going around, parents, so prepare yourselves accordingly. A couple of emails coming in talking about the middle finger conversation. Mike to tips@thenewsjunkie.com says, according to what I read, the middle finger comes from medieval England. Oh, a little history here. During wars, captured archers sometimes had that finger removed by the enemy if they were released, rendering them useless as archers. During castle assaults, the unmutilated archers would line up on the ramparts and display the middle fingers to those below to let them know they could shoot them up.
Now that is cool.
Do a bow without your middle finger. You just
Oh, shoot, that would be hard. And I've seen people like, I think I've seen people try to shoot that way. But have you ever tried to pull back like
crossbow,
like a compound bow? You know what a compound bow is?
Yeah, I have not.
Oh, man, if you try to pull back a compound bow to get it past that point where it like loosens up a little bit, you really got to have your hand working as much as it possibly can.
At least all fingers.
You're going to need those
I
fingers.
think you could do it without, but
it would be a
technology
trick.
has changed since the back in the day. What do you say, Renaissance?
Here's the thing. He said medieval England. But here's the thing. Even if you could do that, well, in fact, I would say you definitely can do that if you don't have a middle finger, because I've seen people adapt who are missing limbs and stuff.
I've seen people do it with their feet.
People do some pretty magical things when they're missing limbs. They work around this stuff. But even if it's still difficult, it is still a difficult thing. Some of you who do this for fun know what I'm talking about. Let's go over to Dave, who says, hey, this morning I somehow looked at the government official webpage for the USDA.gov. I always wonder what brings somebody over there. Like, let's check out the USDA.gov website. Here we go.
Get my lotion and tissues and
yeah. He says now we know the White House puts out misinformation a lot. These are his words. But if you look at this real government information page, you'll see a banner blaming the shutdown on the radical left, not the fact that Republicans hold all the majority of government. Now, we've talked about this already. You have to have 60 votes to pass things. The government shut down because the Republicans all voted for something and only 3 Democrats came along with them. But Dave continues, spout lies in interviews, but don't take information pages that we pay for to have ads for your, again, lies. Thought you may have an interest in this. Hope it pisses off you and other listeners. And then let me see, USDA.gov. I've seen these already on some websites. Yeah, it's like on the top, and we talked about it before, it's like if your cable network is fighting with one of the channels, they're like, due to radical CNN policies, we cannot show you the cable thing. I personally, here's my personal take on this. I think all government-facing websites, social media accounts, accounts for forestry and every division of government that you could possibly think of, all of it. I think those should be incredibly non-biased, non-partisan. They shouldn't be making jokes. They shouldn't be posting memes. They shouldn't be engaging in political banter.
The trash collector shouldn't have some sort of, the radical left has shut us down.
No, I don't think any of that should happen. And by the way, this goes back. There's other people who have done this stuff and like politicizing. Other administrations have utilized the accounts. Not as bad as this at all, but like this and making memes and jokes. I think all those accounts, I know this sounds like I'm a fun sucker, but I think all like the government websites and social media accounts should be serious, not joking, no memeing, no politics. That's what I think. It should be like very serious stuff over there. But what do you think?
Does that include like your sheriff's department Facebook page that just gets a little jokey in their reporting?
I mean, I like the tongue-in-cheek stuff as long as it doesn't interfere in people's personal lives or perhaps their careers.
No,
you've seen some fun stuff with the forest or the national parks. I'm having a hard time thinking of that exact example. But
I haven't been on any of their Facebook pages.
There's not a lot of people on there. But if they're like, okay, look, we've got Smokey the Bear in a bikini. And that's okay for me, in my personal opinion.
They're doing fun stuff, just like our local airport posts memes and does fun stuff. And that's
fighting each other.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Everybody wants to be Wendy's all of a sudden on social media, even the federal government. But I don't want the feds doing it. I don't want the feds doing it. I want the federal government to be as tiny as the head of a pin, and I don't want them doing any of these kind of stupid things.
The radical left and Sean don't want us to continue, huh?
It's all dopey, I think, personally here. But we'll see what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Excuse me. Need another nose spray during the break. I'll handle that.
Get your Flonase on.
I got to get some Flonase going. Drip. But in the meantime, we got to talk about this country controversy. I know a lot of people are emailing about this. We'll see that, and we'll see it through and see what's going on there. Plus, something that's happening in particular with the state of Florida that I think is actually a great idea. I think this is a great idea. We should keep doing it everywhere moving forward. But some people think it's bad. We'll talk about it. We'll see what side you're on, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
And it was pretty common, I guess, to walk into a Y and see dudes naked. You're tying your shoes, and other guys are walking around having...
Hello! Folks, you're going to need to excuse me.
John, you're live, okay? You're live. I'm Fox 35.
I did not properly Flonase up this morning. I'm at the tail end of a Flonase, so I am going to have to sneak one.
Much drier. Plan for a high today of 88 degrees with about a 20% chance of an isolated shower or two. These will be very few and far between, along with plenty of sunshine as we head throughout the rest of our Wednesday. Otherwise, as we head towards the end of this week, increasing chances of showers and storms, about a 60% chance. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica.
That's the problem.
This report is sponsored.
It's down to the bottom.
Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts
No.
at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging.
No, it's not the new one yet.
Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's
It's just not working.
battery destination.
Oh.
Get in the zone.
I got to get the new one.
Selling your home can feel like it's a never-ending open house for judgy strangers. What if you could skip the stress of the showings? At the Nickley Group, we make cash offers that are fast, fair, and drama-free.
Oh, boy.
No cleaning, no pretending you're
This one's loaded up.
just real solutions from real pros who also happen to be really friendly.
All right, we're good.
Cash offers, zero nonsense, 100% solutions. For a guaranteed cash offer on your home, go to thenickley.com. The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty. The Nickley Group with
Go back. Hey. Sorry for the disruption. Somebody said a sneak of Flonase and a Celsius. I've already had my Celsius. I had one sipperoonie. That's all it takes. Let me get a hit of that Flonase. Get your own, okay? Wasson is full. Maha? Maha? Make America healthy again? Where are you getting that from? Bro, if I had a day go by where I wasn't called MAGA or I didn't have some MAGA guy tell me he doesn't want to listen because I'm a left-wing lunatic or whatever, I'd have a nice day. But I don't give a shit about you fringe people. Do not care. Decided long ago. I do not care about the people on the fringes who whine and bitch about stuff like that. I'm not standing with your purity tests. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be me. Excuse me. Will you guys just follow chaos, for God's sake? It's an act of desperation over there. Just follow the man. Give him some attention. Alphonse says on Twitch, Sean, because I care, do you change your air filters regularly, including the air handle filter? Consider putting a HEPA filter in your bedroom. Thank you. I have, hang on one sec. I literally have a great HEPA air filter right by my side of the bed. It runs from noon all the way until midnight in the room, and then it's just off while we go to sleep. I've just chronically had a post-nasal drip from allergies, and my allergies are really, really bad. So I have to get to that certain point. So during the show, I'm not clearing my throat every 5 seconds. Sorry for the grossness, but that's legitimately what's happening. Hey, John. Zephyr says, Sean does a good job of being rather politically neutral, I think. Well, thank you. Some loud people disagree. That's what I'll say. Some loud people disagree. Keith Olbermann is not a fan. He doesn't like me anyways. Keith Olbermann yelled at me one time. If you sleep with your fan on, you must dust it often. Yeah, the house is always clean. That's not an issue. Okay, I don't care if you are Republican or Democrat left wing, right wing, centrist, NPA, whatever. I want to know what you think about this, because right now in Florida, there is a lot going on in the world of like county finances, and I know this sounds boring, but hang on. And one thing that's going on is in any counties where they make the decision to raise your property taxes, it is now triggering a full-on audit of that county's finances and where the spending is going. And I, for one, think all of us should support that. I think all of us should support that. This is good for everybody. We want the county to be scared. I want, Jerry Demings, I want you to be so scared. I want you to be so scared that they're going to come and crack open your books like I know they have and find all the wasted spending when you decide to grab a little bit more out of the piggy bank. Do you think that's a good idea? If one of the counties in Florida, or anywhere really, decides to raise property taxes and make you pay more money, should they also do an audit of the county spending? I say yes. I say yes in all capital letters. Okay, we're coming back right now.
Any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket.
And lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets.
iHeartRadio is your all-access pass to the audio that moves you.
Get what millions already have. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
My name is Arnold Bogarty, and prior to me enrolling in Rasmussen to become a nurse, I spent 16 years in the military. I went to visit the campus. The facilities were amazing.
Rasmussen University. Are you ready to be your own hero? Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the news.
Roast of Sean Watson, our Halloween event, our roast event. You gotta be there. It's gonna be spooky and funny and probably offensive to some people, but you'll have fun. Go check it out, thenewsjunkie.com/roast for everybody who wants to see the details. That's over there at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. All right. I think this is an absolutely genius idea. I think this should happen in your county. All right. I think this should happen in every county across the United States of America. I have two things that are like pretty paramount to how I view a lot of simple stuff in the country. One is I believe it's an absolute fact, and I say this with all the certitude in the world, that I think this is the case for all states and cities. We give them enough money. They take enough from your paycheck. They take enough money from you. They take money from everybody. If you make a paycheck, if you buy something at the grocery store, everybody in this country, even the folks in the country illegally, they still participate in the economy. They still pay sales taxes. They still get hit with the taxes. The counties, the cities, the states, they take enough of your money. They ought to give you half of it back and then some.
Now
right?
we're talking. Let's go.
All right. So I think this is always a thing where they're like, the schools are bad. We need more of your money. The roads are bad. We need more of your money. This is a lie. It's one of the biggest lies in modern politics that they need more money. They have plenty of money. They could get everything done. We could have all the things we want and more with the amount of money if they weren't so wasteful that they have now. That's number one. Number two is when I see these counties trying to raise these sales prices, it has always made me furious that they can do things like raising your local taxes, raising your property taxes in particular, and then they don't have to say anything about it publicly, or they don't have to reveal what they're spending all this stuff on to any sort of organization until now. And I think this is such a great idea, and I think we should keep doing this. And I shouts out to the governor of Florida, if he's the one who's pushing this through, because it's the CFO of Florida that is doing this. And every single county in the state of Florida that decides to raise property taxes on you, they now get an audit. They get an audit of their spending. And the CFO goes into the county and goes, what are you spending money on? For instance, Seminole County just said, we're hiking up your property taxes. What does that mean? That means if you own a house, they will make you pay money, even if you own it outright, on your house forever in a day. They will make you constantly pay money. And if your house was purchased for $100,000, let's say, in 1980, now they'll say, well, it's now worth so much more than that much money. You got it for $100,000 in 1980, and 2025, 45 years later, that house is now assessed at $500,000. So your tax is going to go up on that. And you'll say, well, hang on, I am not selling this property. I have no intention of selling this property. This is what's called unrealized gains that you're trying to take from me. Something that you're assessing, I have more money here, but I have no intention in selling the thing. So why
Much
am
like
I paying
they try
more
to do
property
with
taxes?
your stocks and your crypto.
Oh, I see that all the time.
Yeah. So unrealized gains is a point whenever they go into this area where it's like, we're going to tax you on things that you didn't actually make money from yet. Your property is worth more, so therefore you pay more taxes, even though you didn't sell it. When you sell the house, now I think that property should go up to the new value that it's sold for and be taxed at that property. That's the fair way to do this, and that's the way this works. But in Sanford, in Seminole County, they decided to raise property taxes on everybody again. They found out that the county had spent the previous year $48.4 million in Seminole County. It went to the next year from $48.4 million to $77 million. It went up. All right. Since 2019, the Seminole County General Fund budget has increased 46%. 46%. They have a 46% increase in their budget in just 5 years. The more money that they pull in, they charge you more and 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 more, and then they just spend more and more and more and more and more. And when they spend all that money, they go, well, we need more money to pay for all these expenditures. I love this. I effing love the idea that you would have somebody, and I think it should be a nonpartisan position, the CFO of every single state. If any county wants to trigger an increase in your property taxes, they ought to have somebody go in there with a fine-tooth comb and be like, what are you guys spending money on? Oh, did you do a public event where everybody had to get matching Nikes and the taxpayers picked up the dollars on that one? Oh, did you do an ad campaign that you thought was a fun viral thing, but it cost everybody $15 million? They are wasting so much of your money. They literally are. And if they want more of your tax dollars, more for you homeowners, they want you to pay more, and there ain't a damn thing you could do about it. The least we could ask for is that they go over all their expenditures and look very closely to see what wasteful stuff is going on.
I'm surprised that's just
I think that's good.
Public information.
Oh, it is. It is to a certain extent. It is, but what they'll do, Sabrina, is they'll go, here you go. Sometimes they hide some of it. Sometimes they release so many big, voluminous spreadsheets that are labeled in ways that doesn't make sense to the average person. If you're trying to like see if there's waste in the government locally, they make it hard for you to figure all this stuff out. But the financial people, they know what's going on. And you should make every county scared to raise taxes on people. I want the county so scared to raise your taxes that they think, well, we probably shouldn't do this. They're going to look at every dime that we're spending. I want them to only try to increase your taxes on you in the case that they say this is an emergency. We're okay with them looking at the books. It's that bad. And I think that is a fantastic idea. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
Are there any counties backing off from their tax hikes now that this is looming? You know,
I know they investigated Orange County, which was spending insane amounts of money.
I heard there was like a yoga retreat or something.
There's a lot of stuff that has popped up in the headlines, but usually it's just like the weird stuff that's sexier for a news story. I'm worried about all of it. Like, what subscriptions do they apply to? I remember that at one point the federal government was subscribing to Politico Pro to the tune of like,
I remember that,
tens of millions or more dollars a year. And in some cases that was necessary, but they were buying way too many subscriptions for this stuff. There's just excessive waste everywhere. The money should be streamlined and just go to the places where it really needs to go. We have way, way too big a government in these places. And I want the microscope on all the finances because they want to take our monies. One dispatch real quick. Let's see what we got here. Here is Mo Manji, the realtor, talking about spending and the CFO and all that stuff.
I hope he's doing well.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well.
Oh,
John, you're right about the CFO, like investigating everybody or auditing everybody if they're misspending. Now, let's say if that same CFO were to investigate the governor for spending $10 million to send some illegal immigrants somewhere, that sounds like a lot of money for 2 planes, right? So they should investigate him too, right?
Yes.
Thanks. Bye.
Yes.
Who's doing that investigation?
Unironically, yes. There should be. That's why I think the value of Doge on a federal level is good and should go to states. There should be people watching every dollar that the state spends, that your county and city spends, and that the feds spend. Yes. Across the board. Absolutely, full send, yes. I agree with that. I don't know if you think I'm going to be like, no, don't do it to DeSantis. I want to stand behind a microphone and talk to the average person. The average person cares about crap like this because it's their money, and the average person doesn't care who's targeted. Just take less of my money. You take too much already. In fact, I want a whole bunch back, please. Quick break. We'll see what you think. Send a dispatch over to thenewsjunkie.com. Still got to get to the Zach Bryan country drama and see what's happening there. We got an HOA situation that's eking into this show. But first, when we come back, Amazon has done the unthinkable. And people are, rightfully so, I think, melting down over this. What did Amazon do? Wait until you hear these details. They're coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks return home to host the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. Coverage starts at 3:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay.
Hang tight, live read, and then I'm talking to you. Skull mic activated in just a moment.
Although you're still going to run into those slowdowns on I-4 through that amusement park area. There's a crash getting cleared up on State Road 46 eastbound near the interstate. And look out for police activity still on the roadways on Main Street in Apopka between Park Avenue and Alabama Avenue. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
International Hot Rod Association and Durana Hybrid, where horsepower meets hard work. We're reigniting the spirit of racing and the power of skilled trades. Mentorship, education, legacy, fuel the future on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com.
Folks, here in Central Florida, it doesn't matter what time of year it is. Let's be honest with ourselves. You just want to be nice and comfortable, and you want the AC to work right. You want it to work every single time, and that's where Mills Air comes in. Now, here we are in October. Yes, it is getting to the final quarter of the year, and this might be a great time to have your air conditioning checked out. They actually do this at Mills Air. You can look on their website, millsair.com, and see the preventative maintenance options that they have. They'll send one of their awesome techs out, and they'll do something I know you haven't done in a very long time. You probably don't even know how to do it. They'll look at your air conditioner, your HVAC unit outside your house from top to bottom, and then your entire system throughout your house and tell you, hey, looking good. You're all good. No problems. Or, hey, tune this up, added a little this, made it so it's going to last you through the year real nice. That's what they do, and so much more. When you have a problem, Mills Air is there to help you out. AC broken, they're going to fix it. They're more fair than anybody else out there, so call them. 407-277-1159. You got an air conditioning problem, you call 407-277-1159, or find them online at Mills Air. Hello! Hang tight. Pulling up something for the next segment.
Sometimes injuries that may seem minor today affect
money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
As we head into the busy holiday season, now is the perfect time to invest in yourself. For 35 years, the Filatowski Eye Institute has given Central Floridians freedom from glasses and contacts. With 24
Okay, got that ready.
There's never been a better moment to schedule your consultation. If you're considering LASIK or cataract surgery, call today, 407-333-5111, or go online to filatowskieye.com. The Filatowski Eye Institute.
90 seconds and we're back. Amazon takes all of the James Bond covers from Amazon Prime and photoshops the guns out. No more guns on the covers. People start screenshotting this and posting it online. They're like, Amazon has taken the guns from all of the James Bond movie covers. Look at this. Look what Amazon's done. And Amazon has already backed off of this. They have already caved to pressure. Taking away the James Bond guns was a bad decision on their part. That's why they've already caved. I mean, what's James Bond without a gun? What, is he going to politely talk somebody out of the situation? What on earth are you going to do? We'll talk about this real quick and we'll get into Zach Bryan controversy next. 30 seconds.
Which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, ReeseWindows.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. C-A-S-H. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
Fired up. You could tax them more. You could freak out about this, that, or the other thing, but no. That's not how you get people really pissed off. To get people really pissed off and motivated, you have to do something like this. Because Amazon just got burned to the ground, I guess. They took every single Bond movie cover and I guess removed digitally the guns from James Bond's hand.
Okay.
Why?
And it lasted about 15 seconds before people got really upset about this and then decided to start, calling or whatever, messaging or tweeting, Xing at Amazon to say, this is stupid. Why'd you take all the guns off of the James Bond covers? And we'll find out what they said about this, but they've already caved on this. They had all of the covers from Tomorrow Never Dies to, Skyfall, all of them. They removed all the guns that were on these covers.
The censorship is out of control. Soon they're just going to call it Octa.
That's right. Just bleep that out. Could be, now soon, you know what they're going to do, C-Lane? Soon they're going to re-release GoldenEye, and all you can do is nonviolent interventions. There will be
Can we sit down and talk for the next 3 hours?
Whoa.
Come on.
There's going to be no guns
Why would
at all.
they do that? I mean, I see now that you've shown it, it reminds me a lot of, I don't know, Netflix was doing it at one point where it's showing the most popular actor despite being in the movie for like 5 minutes. They'll show it on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Now all of these are aesthetically pleasing if I guess you were picking them on a plain entertainment system, but why is the question.
I think they probably wanted a variety of covers, and maybe my guess would be we'll read from Variety what Amazon actually said before they back down from this James Bond gun removal thing. We'll read their response in a moment. But my gut tells me maybe they would go, oh, if it's like a child or if, we don't know how old the person is, maybe we will take the guns off of the covers and we won't show those, so we'll redo this. Here's what I think should happen. I think mostly people are mad about all the wrong things, and I want to try to steer you into the right direction. Here's what I think should happen in this world. Sean Fixes the World Part 5 million. Okay? I think that instead of doing what they just did in California, which was they made it basically illegal for the streaming networks to have commercials or the Netflix that's louder than the television, right? So you have to have all of your content in the state of California. They just did this. See, let's see if you can pull this story
all
up.
their other problems are solved.
They're
all
fixed.
all the homeless in San Francisco
done,
gone. All the drugs.
This one's just way easier, and honestly, a lot easier to fall asleep to the television, not get startled every time the intro comes on for Schitt's Creek.
All the houses are fireproof now.
or there was commercials that were louder than the streaming content. Yeah. And people were mad about that. And in California, I think the governor, again, see if you can bring up the story. California governor, streaming rules, sound, something. I believe he just signed this. And it made it so the streamers have to have equal volumes on everything. All of that out the window. Here's what I want, and I want this now, and I think everybody should have this. There is to be one poster for every movie, television show, or anything else.
Okay.
One and one only.
Why?
One. Your official poster is to be the only one. I don't want this crap anymore where I didn't click the cover and you're like, well, he watches a lot of movies with dogs in them, so let's pretend like Saving Private Ryan is actually about a man and his dog. You've watched a lot of movies with this type of actor or actress, so let's put them in there. You just like Sabrina said, sometimes it'll be like a person who's barely in the movie at all, and they put them on
bodies.
Yeah, Pete Davidson, they'll put him on the cover or something.
Yeah.
Right. All of this stuff is dopey. They need to shut it down. One approved poster.
That's not
for
how
the
it
TV
works,
show
Jim.
or the movie.
That's
how I want it to work right now. It's misleading. It's ridiculous, and it's bad. We need one poster that shows it's the one you use in the theaters. Everybody knows it by this. That's the way this should be handled. I wish the government didn't have to be involved, but maybe they do. Did you see what happened with the sounds in California, Sealand?
Yeah. He did, it was State Bill, where'd it go? 576, no more loud commercials.
I mean, that makes sense. There was some programming that I saw that the commercials were, I mean, it wasn't even funny at that point. It was ridiculous how much louder they were. It was like a Lifetime Christmas movie we all watched last year as a group. And as soon as the commercials were on, it was cover your ears, someone get the remote and try to put it down as quickly as possible.
But why wouldn't that just work itself out? I feel like less people would just watch. Less people would watch because the commercials are loud, and that's annoying.
You're already
I feel
there.
like that could
You
solve
wanted
itself.
to see that really corny movie.
So
it's not trickery like it is when you put these damn fake-ass covers up there that they make on their own.
It says, thanks to a new California law, you won't have to scramble to turn down the volume when a commercial comes on a streaming platform. The state law, which goes into effect July 2026, regulates the volume of ads on streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime, so the commercials are not louder than the program you're watching. This law already exists, limiting, on a federal level, the volume of commercials on broadcast and cable. My question is, what authority do they have to do that?
I guess if they're doing business in the state of California, and maybe a lot of the streamers
Which
are.
a lot of them are.
Yeah, then they're like, you're within our purview, and we're going to go after you, and you can't have louder commercials.
Can't wait till the red state comes out. It's like, you guys can have it as loud as you want if you do it here.
I don't know.
It makes some people's ears bleed.
They're just stretching it out from the broadcast thing, I guess, now to these streamers as if that was still a problem. I personally, I hate the misleading covers. I hate that. But they took the guns off for a second from the James Bond movies on Amazon Prime. And then Variety says, Amazon Prime Video removed guns from James Bond posters, then stealthily took artwork down after online backlash. It didn't take long, the whole of this whole thing. Amazon Prime Video has quietly taken down James Bond artwork after getting backlash online from fans who spotted the 007 guns have been airbrushed out. Last week, artwork for the franchise was posted on the Prime Video UK website. This is for the UK folks. Who cares about that? Across each film image where a gun had been displayed, Bond had effectively been digitally disarmed. I like that.
Oh, we should care about them. They put a stop to it. They cried out.
In several cases, such as Dr. No and GoldenEye, the iconic gun that James Bond has, the PPK, had been edited out of his hands, while others had it cropped out. In the case of A View to Kill, Roger Moore's arms looked like they had been lengthened, cutting his gun from the frame. So they like just AI'd or something, his arms to be longer and got the gun out of there. That'll fix it. That'll get rid of it. It didn't go unnoticed. People said, we cannot stand for this. And it's not the first time this has happened. They did this in some Spielberg movies.
Well, Spielberg did it himself.
Yeah.
And I think he said, and I went searching for this before you sent me looking for the other thing. I think he did say he regretted doing that.
Really?
I don't remember. I got to find it. But yeah, he edited. His problem was that the guns were either pointed towards children or just around children in the movie, and he was uncomfortable with that. So he digitally, and like this is early digital, so it's kind of clunky. Mm-hmm. He changed the guns into
was it walkie-talkies?
Larger than life walkie-talkies.
Yeah, they had to be big because they had to cover the full gun.
He's like, I had a problem with it being portrayed that guns were pointed at children, but I had no problem making them think that they were the reason E.T. was dying.
Massive walkie-talkies just holding these like boombox sized, and they swapped those out. But
like,
these
all right,
are the
guys,
things.
we have got the alien coming through right now, over and out.
This is what gets people.
I have my laptop to my ear.
This is what gets people's attention out there, I guess. And this and the story that I've seen everywhere is, oh my God, country music is going to have an absolute war, a civil war in country music. Because Zach Bryan has some new song called Bad News, and in it he refers to ICE, and he says, I heard the cops came. These are the lyrics from Zach Bryan's Bad News song. I heard the cops came, cocky MFers ain't they? Which I want to stop there real quickly, because I know they're saying like this is some MAGA crack up. In the world of country music, it is far from a new thing that country music stars might say they don't like law enforcement. All right? Like,
how dare you?
The old outlaw country, at the very least, was very much like the cops are bad and we're outlaws, for God's sake. So that is not completely new to the country music world. But he said, I heard the cops came, cocky MFers ain't they? And ICE is going to come, bust down your door, try to build a house no one builds no more. But I've got a telephone. The kids are all scared and all alone. These are the lyrics to Zach Bryan's song "Bad News." And when this came out, they were like, "Oh my God, there's a backlash, and it's going to be like Dixie Chicks all over again." And somebody said, "Woke 2.0 is going to be so much worse than the first woke." And I'm like, this really doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I thought this guy had other issues.
Zach Bryan?
I think you're thinking of. Are you talking about with the one from not Bro Bible? Come on.
No,
Barstool Sports.
I'm thinking of Zach Bryan. Yeah. He was.
He had issues with that.
Fry girl.
Out of town boys been giving us hell. I got some bad news. I woke up missing you.
You can't get past the words "cops came."
Okay, I got to stop there.
My friends are all degenerates. They're all I got. The generational story of dropping the plot. I heard the cops came.
Stop.
Yep. Okay.
Stop right there. We'll stop right there. So that's where he talked about the cops.
Cocky mother effers, ain't they?
Yeah. And then he got into ICE showing up at this house or something. You know what it kind of sounds like to me? And I know I've only just heard a couple seconds of it here. It kind of reminds me of the
Richmond and Richmond?
Yes, yeah. The Richmond, north of Richmond. It kind of seems like one of those type songs or something.
Which also had multiple curse words that you just, you said, they're not going to get me twice. He's not going to get me twice with that bull ass.
Buzz on YouTube says, country music has gone woke. Get the Bud Light boycotted already. I don't think that's the case. I mean, maybe it is. Country music fans, let me know. I know he turned the comments off on that particular post.
Yeah.
Comments are off on that. Are the comments off on? He's got the comments off on everything right now. Oh, except for this. Yeah, he's got one where he's showing a flyover, and he says, "Thank you, Big Blue, F them all. A veteran to veteran, thank you." Is he a veteran too, this guy? I mean, is that
I'm
Brian?
gonna assume yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I wouldn't post that without being.
Well, I mean, the people in the comments section do tend to be wrong from time to time, but I think he may be a vet and like is played into sort of the edgy country world for a while. Forgive me, I don't know too much about Zach Bryan. I haven't been like following his career very closely, but it didn't seem that bad to me. Somebody said he made a statement about this, and he was saying like this was about bringing people together. It wasn't meant to split people apart. He said he referenced ICE raids that left families traumatized, including a recent event in Illinois where children were zip tied. Blah. This story has been so misreported. The one about this apartment building in Chicago where the kids were zip tied.
Were there pictures of kids in zip ties?
There was an apartment building known for gang violence and activity in Chicago where they ended up arresting, and I think they're deporting like 4 or 5 members of the Tren de Aragua gang. And the building had been a cesspool of criminal activity, and they brought everybody outside of the building and detained them, and then went unit by unit and then got all the people that were criminals and got them out of there. And then instead of saying like they've liberated the building from the gangsters, instead of reporting anything like that, it's always like they held the kids outside in the middle of the night in their pajamas. And it's just, it's so interesting to me how these things get reported. Like I would be happy to have gang members removed from my apartment building, but I don't want to get too far in the weeds on this necessarily. But Zach Bryan, his song Bad News was at the center of all of this stuff. Country fans, tell us what you think. The Trump administration and some of their officials have said that the track is disrespectful to the United States of America. But I want to see what you think if you're tuned into all this.
The multiple people have said this. Zach Bryan is an actual person. We are not confusing him for Zach Brown.
No, Zach Bryan.
And I did this too. Zach Brown has a song called Chicken Fried.
I knew someone different.
Zach Bryan and Zach Brown are different.
Zach Brown, song called Chicken Fried. Zach Bryan has a girlfriend or ex-girlfriend named Chicken Fry. It's very confusing. Very confusing.
I don't know much about her, but her name's like Brianna Chicken Fry, and she worked for Barstool Sports. And then he apparently went to some event with her family, and they were having like a cookout and like around the fire. And he, according to her at least, was an egotistical madman.
And released the video, I believe. It was a whole back and forth.
Let's
and then
see,
tried to silence her with
yes, he did that because people were like releasing songs making fun of him, and then he was doing takedown notices on the songs, which is pretty lame. But Zach Bryan, born 1996, American country singer and songwriter. Let's see, you might know his album American Heartbreak or Something in the Orange. I don't know any of these at all, but you might know this.
Whoa, he's talking about Orange. Cancel him.
I can't deal with that.
Comments off.
In 2013, Zach Bryan enlisted in the U.S. Navy, served as an aviation ordnance man in Florida and Washington, served tours in Bahrain and Djibouti before receiving an honorable discharge to pursue his musical career. And then it says he was arrested. He was in a relationship with...
I had a good friend that served in Djibouti for like 9 months, said it was hot as hell.
I bet. He was in a relationship with Brianna LaPaglia, and they announced their breakup on Instagram. She was blindsided by it. She said he blocked her and he emotionally abused her and offered her $12 million to sign an NDA. So there was like a lot of drama there. So I guess he's past that drama and onto the ICE drama. And the country world is broken up about this. Or they're not. I want country fans to chime in and tell me if all of that is completely and totally wrong. Send a dispatch or an email. Tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We still got this mother versus an HOA. We've got to talk about something happening in the world of MMA, and all of that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio. is
The Monsters in the Morning.
You gotta get it that caper, and the caper's basically like a telephone pole, right? And you gotta get that thing straight up. And you get it straight up and get your fingers under it. I know I can lift it, but I just can't get it
wrong
up.
with you describing this right.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law.
Hello.
State Road 46 eastbound.
Hello.
For police activity still on the roadways of Main Street and Apopka between
Country fans, what do we think?
Alabama Avenue.
Zach Bryan, good guy, bad guy?
Instant oil change traffic.
Zach Bryan woke?
66760
It seems like just like a one line in a song seems like a little tiny thing to get all upset over.
Squeaks, jerks, and rattles. Your garage.
Oh my God, he mentioned ice.
For just $49, they'll tune up and shut down the noise. Trust Everdor.
This is the first time I've ever heard of Zach Bryan. I can tell because it's Zach Bryan. And if you screw that up again, you're going to jail. All right? I don't want to be rude about it, but you screw it up again, you're going to jail. Tony said I could do without Zach Bryan. But what about that one song where he's like, that one was classic. So I'll miss that. Eddie says people are pussy hurt with everything. People say that? It's a song. By the way, breaking news. We're going to talk about this momentarily. But this man was just arrested in California. They believe that this man was the arsonist who intentionally set at least a portion of that very horrific Palisades fire. 29-year-old Jonathan Rinderknecht, arrested in connection with starting the Palisades fire in January. Little twist, he allegedly asked ChatGPT to generate images of a fire burning a city beforehand. I mean, it's not like ChatGPT aided him in lighting the fire, but you get the point. Seawitch says, I don't listen to country music. I have no idea who that is or why anyone cares. I know you're shocked to hear this. I know this is going to rock your world. But there are people out there that like different things than you do. I know. And as much as you'd like to send them all to the gulags, I would say maybe no. Maybe no. I like his song Something in the Orange. That's about it. It sounds like he's really screwed over with this name similarity, you know? That'd be like me coming out right now with my country career, and I'd be like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to be a true outlaw country singer, and I hope you like my album. My name, of course, is Tom McGraw, and you will remember my name. Tom McGraw, ladies and gentlemen. I never trust a guy with a first name as a last name. He said, Gulag, you play Call of Duty, Sean? No, I read history, Eddie. Michael says, mind blown. We all like different things. Yes. True. What do you think Seawitch listens to? I stopped when Garth pulled all of his songs off of Spotify. Is he still protesting that? Weed Consumer says jazz instrumental and rock instrumental covers is my guilty pleasure. Sea Witch listens to NPR whenever she isn't on here. I bet that's true. It's just a fucking pipeline of politics right to the brain. Just a one-way street. NPR to the brain. Kill shot. There's only one word to describe Zach Bryan, and that word is douche. The problem Zach Bryan has is, like, if you do country music and just stick to the music, you'll have all the country music fans defend you. Like Morgan Wallen, right? Like, his fans bought his music, stood up for him, fought for him. He's still a huge name out there. But if you start getting political at all in your music and half your audience says, I don't like that, they'll abandon you. And the people who are against country music, like all the people who like all the other genres and hate country, they are never going to come to your support. Never. If you're like, let me politically take up some things from the left here as a country music singer, they are not going to come to your concerts. It is not going to change the game for you. Dividing in the music world your audience is a bad idea. I think Taylor Swift has done a decent job of that. She Taylor Swift has her stuff politically. She's very interested in like abortion laws and stuff. She gets a little political, but not all the time. Every once in a while. Mostly she wants to bring everybody together to sing songs.
And stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms to apply.
Fall is sports season, and iHeartRadio has it all. The NFL.
Touchdown, Green Bay Packers.
MLB playoffs.
It is gone.
College football, the NHL, and NBA preseason moves are underway. From scores and reactions to interviews and hot takes, it's all at your fingertips on the iHeartRadio app.
Appreciate you taking my call, guys.
Lock in with your favorite teams with play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can react and join the conversation. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, cash. CASH. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening to the
Most viral newsroom. Thank you so much for listening to this show. We appreciate you. The station thanks you. I know there's a lot of stuff out there to keep your attention. Hopefully we can be it, and that's why we focus on all sorts of things, everything exciting happening in the world each day right here on the show. Learn more on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, a couple of things to get into here. A story about a mom and a homeowners association, bunch of other things to talk about. I guess Conor McGregor is in some trouble, though. Oh, my, this guy who... I don't know much about his career trajectory other than it seems to have gotten weird since he was an MMA fighter full time. That seems like since his career was really blowing up as an MMA fighter, things have gotten weird. There were allegations of him and some woman in a bathroom at a sporting event that were plaguing him for a while. Then he was talking about running for the leadership in Ireland because Ireland's going to hell in a handbasket. And then he wanted to do, I think he might have wanted to be in one of the fights at the White House. Remember the White House said they're going to do the UFC fight thing? I think he wanted to be one of those people. Okay. But now he just got suspended for 18 months from fighting in the UFC. An 18-month period of ineligibility for a violation of the UFC anti-doping policy.
Wow.
I guess he missed 3 attempted biological sample collections within a year, which you cannot do. And if you want to be like an active fighter in the UFC, you got to follow these schedules and make sure that you're taking these P tests all the time. And they do these tests.
Biological sample collection.
Yeah, that's the fancy way to say this whole thing. But this was an issue with him, I guess, and they've said that he's now suspended for a year and a half from fighting in the UFC. I think he's kind of getting up there in age. Your career as a UFC fighter, from my perspective, doesn't seem to last very long. Remember, you guys remember when we started out the show, there wasn't a bigger name than Ronda Rousey in the UFC.
That's true.
She was
and then she did a small stint in the WWE, but that didn't last very long, did it?
Well, there was like big public things where everybody would go watch her next fight, and then she'd kick somebody's ass in 5 seconds, and then she met her match a couple of times, and then she lost like a couple in a row. And it was like, I got to get out of here. I better get over to the acting thing. She popped up in wrestling. She popped up in some movies and whatnot. Got the hell out of there. Your career ain't long in that sport. It just isn't. It's a tough thing. So maybe he's working his way through that whole thing too.
They said he accepted his sanction, his 18-month sanction. Does that mean sort of like plead no contest? No admission of guilt. He just missed the drug test. He didn't test positive for anything.
It seems like it. I guess what they say is if you're missing the drug test, it looks suspicious to them. Like, oh, why are you missing them?
And he just have a baby.
I think so. I believe his wife stayed with him through that whole big drama, as far as I know. But we could see if that's right. Real quick, tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. This is Peter. Peter says, hi, junkies. I'm a tax attorney. I agree with Sean's take on property taxes. I do want to add one bit of context. Under the Save Our Homes Amendment, assessed values of homestead property can only go up by the lesser of inflation or 3%. So you would not have a property's assessed value going up by hundreds of thousands of dollars year to year. No, not in years, but over a long span of time. That's why I gave an example of a house you purchased in 1980, and then you don't want to sell the house. The house is not on the market, but your property taxes are being assessed at a higher value despite the fact that you don't want to sell it. It's like, why should I have to pay more? You should hit people with the increases when they initiate a sale, whether it be on stocks or bonds, crypto, or your property taxes or anything like that. But yeah, otherwise, I think we're in agreement there. Somebody sends in a video of them being waterboarded as well. I've seen this before. It seems rough. They're comparing that to something we were talking about earlier on the show. Let's get to one dispatch real quick. Here is a little Irish asking questions about just dispatching in general. All right, we're all ears. Here we go.
Hey, News Junkies. Just wondering, I'm a podcast listener, and I send dispatches here and there, and they don't ever get played, and that's fine. You've played a few, and they weren't my best. And then the good ones, I'm like, that's going to be good, and then it doesn't get played. But I send them at weird times, I think. Also, you might just not like me, and that's fine, too.
Okay.
But,
Let me stop. I want to stop. If I don't play your dispatch, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. All right. I do not mean any offense by it with most of you. The only thing that is meant as an offense from me is when I give you the frowny face on the dispatch side, and all your dispatches from there come in as like blacked out. And it's very rare that you get a second chance without like some sort of email over on, the website for the unban request. Other than that, you're probably going to get banned. But you're not banned at all. I probably
Do they
just
even know that
missing
they
them.
have the frowny face?
No, people who have it don't know.
Surprise, surprise.
No, yeah, you don't know. It's usually because I think you're dumb or I think you don't have interesting thoughts. It's not if you agree with me or disagree with me, believe it or not. You can believe me on that or not, but I've been pretty honest about everything on this show always. It's not about whether you agree with me or not. It's whether it sounds good. That's number one. And they're pushing through an update on this in the next week or two to improve the web recorded dispatches. It's whether it sounds good, it's whether it's on topic, whether it's interesting, those kind of things. A little Irish, no offense meant.
if I send them in like the middle of the night or on a weekend and odd time, like, do you open your computer in the morning and like some get pushed to the front because they're sent at the time of the taping? I don't know how it works. That's
all right. Fair enough. The ones that get played the most are dispatches that are sent in during the show as the show's going on. Those are the ones that are going to have the most potential. But
the least are those that complain for 30 seconds.
Well, there's somebody, like, there's people who send them in, like, at midnight, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they'll go, oh, my God. Yeah, they might be drunk as hell. That's fine. That's fine. If it catches my attention, I'll play it for sure. And you can always email, too, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, please put that on top of the email. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Youngblood is going on a North American tour, but if you want tickets, get behind the ridiculously long digital line, Brev. Usually when tabloids clickbait with this actor is unrecognizable, they're pretty recognizable, but this unrecognizable actor might have actually taken the cake. Plus, according to Sister of Dolly, she's not okay. Update, she might actually be okay. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Wednesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team.
Hey, folks, how are you?
Plenty of sunshine and for temperatures to heat up as a result. We'll be much closer to normal with a high.
Question for you, chat. I don't think a lot of hands are going to go up for this one, but I do have a question for you. How many of you have ever watched a live stream that is from a bar, like a bar live streaming the inside of their bar and people drinking and partying and stuff? How many of you have ever watched one of those bar live streams? Come on. I ask because there is a place in Fort Lauderdale. It's called the Elbow Bar, and they just stream with just cameras up on the roof. You see the bar, and you see people sitting there or going to get drinks or whatever, and they have built up a huge following of people kind of just eavesdropping, watching what's happening at this bar, which goes way back. Honestly, Tropical Isle has had webcams in their Tropical Isle bars in New Orleans on Bourbon Street forever. I remember when I was there one time, my dad's like, oh, I'm going to watch you. And he brought up the webcam and he's watched for an hour. And I'm like, Dad, I'm not doing anything. It's not going to be exciting for you to watch me. Alicia says, I've watched Elbow Bars stream a lot. Chaos says, doesn't seem interesting. It must be, right? Why else are people watching this? Why else will people be tuning in? Also, the Half Penny Bar in Dublin, Ireland? Or the Muscle Girls Bar from Japan where they slap people? I mean, they must all be at least a little trashy. I'm not going to watch some fancy bar where people are sipping on Cosmos and chit-chatting about international politics or bonds. I want to see the bar where somebody's going to pull somebody else's hair out. I want to see the juice, baby. The Elbow Room, yeah. Yeah, that's the place in question. It says, the Elbow Room is a bar in Fort Lauderdale that's been around since 1938. How crazy is that? They've been live streaming since 1996. The crazy thing is they have an uncensored subscription plan where you can access more cameras and they charge a monthly fee for it. It's crazy. Froggy Molly says that Bourbon Street camera gets flashed constantly on Mardi Gras. Molly, that's 80% of the reason why it's still going. It's 80%. We live in a world where men are still insanely desperate to see women's breasts, but women could care less about seeing random men's genitalia for the most part. That is the world that we live in. That is the world that we live in. The internet is full of adult content of all stripes. We're one search away from seeing whatever we want to see, but still, some guy will sit there and stare at his computer monitor for 4 hours to see one nipple. No woman will ever do that. None. 1 minute. And we're coming back live with the next episode. Then we got some interesting things that we're going to get into, including I want to talk about a story about somebody who's been arrested, and it's pretty insane, but I want to see if you think that what they did should have actually been illegal. A big viral story right now. No boobs in chat, please. No boobs.
Rasmussen University's mix of online and on-campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person.
Beyond prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Rasmussen University's mix of online and on-campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person across 5 states. Wherever you are, your education moves with you. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment or beyond and beyond even. And we'll get to more of your feedback as the show rolls on. You're important around here. You can join us at any time. All you have to do is send an email to tips, T-I-P-S, tips at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. If you want to be anonymous, put that right up on top as we get into this. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Eat the goddamn shrimp!
I am a huge slut.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
True.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydawn.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If it's coming to those big life decisions like buying your first dream home, perhaps refinancing the home you already own, trying to cash out and use that money for good like giant skeletons for Halloween, or a baby named Dula, then you have to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. He has your back. He's looking out for you. He's explaining the real mortgage process instead of confusing you and calling you by number 23478. Go to thatmortgageguydawn.com to start the process today. Today. Today.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydawn.com.
A mere 20 years ago, 2005, the lead singer of this group, I'll take the name or the band name.
Oh, Boy George.
Boy George is right. And it was
Culture
on
Club?
Oh,
Yes.
2 points for Sean. Now, I will throw in 2 additional points if you could tell me what happened with Boy George on this day 20 years ago.
Little tappy under the
Slappy.
under the stall.
That is incorrect.
No, he like held somebody hostage or something. A prostitute or something.
So close. Because that did happen, but it wasn't on this particular day. On this day in 2005, he was arrested for having not 1, but 13 bags of cocaine in his apartment. He actually called 911 to report a burglary because the male prostitute he hired for the night tried to rob him.
Oh.
Not to be confused with the male prostitute that he had handcuffed to his bed. That was another arrest of Boy George's.
Oh,
So-
I had to shame Courtney over that exact song this past weekend.
Come on. Why?
Because she was in the kitchen and she's like, come on, chameleon. And I'm like, what do you think that song is saying? And she's like, come on, chameleon. And I'm like, explain that to me. Not that the actual thing makes any sense. She's like, somebody's like calling a chameleon or something out of the woods. And I go, it's karma chameleon.
Come on, chameleon.
I mean, there's only so many ways to interpret come on chameleon, and none of them.
Cute. Come on, chameleon.
Oh, that's a sticky chameleon. And this is a sticky situation and very confusing. More like 9-2. What are you talking about, Dolly Parton, sister? She took to social medias and called for the world to pray for Dolly. Said many of you know, I'm assuming that she has just a sweet accent just like her sister.
Frida Parton?
What?
Frida Parton.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at one of the. Oh, don't show this yet because this is a follow-up, I think. So go ahead.
Yeah, many of you know she hasn't been feeling her best lately. She did postpone her Las Vegas residency that was supposed to happen in December to September of next year. And sister continues, I have been led to ask all of the world that loves her to be prayer warriors and pray with me.
That
which
sounds bad.
A lot of people would assume, oh my God, is something really going down with Dolly. And she did follow up with, now I believe you can show it, saying, oopsie daisy, didn't mean to scare anyone when asking for prayers. I want to clear something up. I didn't mean to scare anyone or make it sound so serious when I asked for prayers for Dolly. She's been a little under the weather. Do you realize the effect you have when you say the world needs to pray for Dolly right now?
Like, if I started the show tomorrow and said, Sabrina's not here, and we really need the power of prayer to pull through.
If you said power of prayer,
then I am dead.
Yeah, 90% of people are going to be like, she is rip right now. Like, this is what this message means.
It was nothing more than a little sister asking for prayers for a big sister. Thank you all for lifting her up. Your love truly makes a difference. No more Twitter for you, Frida.
Mm-hmm.
No more Twitter for you. This is strange. I just sent it to you. I did not. If you could just show the image I sent via text.
All right, give me 1 second.
And unless you saw this story.
You know what? Here's the weird thing. I saw this image on a story today, but I never looked at who I don't know what celebrity this is.
Do you have any idea who that is?
I don't think I do. Just to give you an idea, it's somebody wearing the most ridiculous cowboy type jeans, but they got fur on them.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like a cheetah print long sleeve shirt.
Tight.
I'm getting an Andy Warhol.
So the one with the Stanley in his arms, that's the celebrity we're talking about here?
Yes.
Yeah, this person here, but I don't know what celebrity it is. Maybe if I go in.
Any idea?
I don't recognize this person.
So this actor truly is unrecognizable.
Yeah.
C-Lane, you want to give any sort of guess before I reveal?
That is Zach Galifianakis.
It is not. That, my friends, is 41-year-old Jonah Hill.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wait, folks, he's got like long blonde hair. It's obviously a wig, right?
I'm assuming, and I am also assuming this is for his next big role as I do not know what.
Andy Warhol, maybe? Like, could it be that he's literally?
I'm getting an Andy Warhol vibe for sure. I'm going to send you the article right now that has other pictures of him. He was alongside Kristen Wiig, not in that picture, showing off the slimmed down frame.
Looks like he's wearing a Kristen Wiig.
Yeah. His black belt is around his tiny waist. He is 70s inspired look. Oh my God. Page 6. Do we need to give so many details? He carried various beverages and reviewed his script in between takes.
This is like the first episode of the paper where the journalist is like, the story starts, and then it goes on and tells you about this, and then it tells you about all the colors you could paint a car, and then if you keep scrolling, it's like...
Looks like you're going to be the headline story on other news. Congratulations.
This must be Andy Warhol or something. It really must be like him playing some role.
I still don't see what movie he is filming.
It's called Cut Off, and Jonah Hill and Kristen Wiig play rich twins.
Oh, so it's supposed to be funny. Interesting.
I guess they're twins who get...
Cut off.
Cut off, yeah.
I see.
Cool.
I see. Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone can cut this line down, but...
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'll put that up on See It Now since it's a visual. I'll put it up now.
This fella's rise in popularity
Lil Wayne?
No, she said it. And I
He's
don't remember.
shirtless and he loves rock and roll and he always.
Oh, you said it before
He's
the break.
old.
He's an Ozzy Osbourne guy.
It's not old. It's
Youngblood.
Youngblood is right.
Points.
2026 North American tour, and the demand just for the June 10th show at Radio City Music Hall in New York City was something.
Really?
Because more than 100,000 people were in the ticket queue for the 6,000 capacity.
I was going to say,
venue.
Radio City is not that huge of a venue.
Yeah, buddy. But for 100,000 people, could you imagine? And that's the moment you log in, you get your code, because I've been there. It wasn't 100,000 with Beyonce's, but it was certainly a giant number where I'm like, how long am I going to be sitting in front of my computer? 100,000 people in this queue is wild.
I went to
24
check on tickets for something the other day, and then it told me you're number 14 in queue, and I X'd out. I was
Are
like,
you serious?
I didn't understand if that was high or low.
That was low. That means 14 people in front of you. What are you talking about?
But I just pictured it like a
What was it
line
for?
at a counter, and then I was going to be in that line for like the
If
amount
you're
of time
at
that it would take everybody to-
7-Eleven, not
Yeah,
at the ticket counter.
That's how I pictured it. I was like, oh, 14
I would
seems
say
like a while.
picture it like when you go to Disney.
Mhm.
And if there's 14 people in front of you, you're staying in that line, are you not?
It depends on how much I want whatever it is.
what ticket?
If you're
What was the
in
concert?
line for a roller coaster and there's 14 people in front of you,
That's
you're
great.
probably
ride.
on the next coaster.
Yeah, that's great. But I'm saying if this is if it's a Taco Bell drive-through and there's 14 cars in front of me,
Right, but this
see you
was
later.
concert tickets. That's orange and apples
Mm-hmm.
comparison. What concert was it? Because you're not answering.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
It does
what
matter.
concert it was.
You don't wanna say
why?
it.
No, it does. I was just looking up random concerts that were at the Kia Center since we had a good time the other night. I was
You
like,
want to go to Billie Eilish?
No, that sold out very fast. I would go watch Billie Eilish. I'll tell you, you may or may not believe this about me,
He's
but there's
dancing around answering the question.
it wasn't that. Most concerts, I was looking at a bunch of them, so I don't remember which one it was exactly.
You're lying.
I might have been looking at the one which I probably wouldn't go to because I don't really think he's funny. The Machine comedian, Bert
Kreischer.
I might have been looking at his just to see how sold the arena was at the moment where I said it was like 14th in line. But I would go to see almost anything as long as a person had like some songs that I was familiar with. I would go watch.
Same. And I would love to go to
I'd see
Billie
Billie
Eilish.
Eilish. Yeah, I'd see it.
I'm still going to try to go.
Okay.
On the boob tube, and there's no 14 people or 100,000 people in front of you. It's just you and the tube. We've got Survivor on CBS, 99 to Beat on Fox, The Golden Bachelor on ABC, Shark Tank on ABC. Watch What Happens Live as Julia Roberts. Sean, you going to be watching that one?
No.
I think that we've gone all year without making that joke.
Thank God.
Now she's back, baby. Chicago
I like
Med,
her.
Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. So you think you can Chicago all on television tonight, and you can catch Tim Allen on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. One more thing in the world of entertainment. Did you guys see where this woman stumbled upon Danny Glover at the airport? Did you see this? Where he was on his phone with a family member, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's Danny Glover." And Danny Glover's like, "Oh, shh, please, shh, be quiet, please. You're gonna spoil this for me. Hang on, I gotta bring the audio up so people can hear this a little bit better." But it's Danny Glover at the airport in one of those crappy seats like everybody else. And she notices him, and she's like, "It's the Lethal Weapon guy. Oh, my God. Oh, man."
I'm talking to my love on the phone. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we're going to be quiet. Is that
He
the
just says-
person laughing he's on FaceTime with?
No. Well, maybe them too. I don't know. But he says, "I'm talking to my love on the phone right now." And she's like, I'm sorry. She just got all excited that Danny Glover was there.
I'm talking to my love on the phone. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Leave him alone. He's in public. Don't start filming him. Other people will see that he's famous.
I don't know. They had to show that picture of him from 1980 in order for people to put the two together. I think it's rather exciting for him.
Has Danny Glover not been in some stuff since then? He must have.
Oh, they had a Lethal Weapon reboot, didn't they?
Oh, my God. It's Danny Glover.
Damn it.
How was there a clip of that?
He was saying it again.
I didn't realize I just said that. I thought you had that in the archive somewhere. Oh, my God. It's Danny Glover.
Just Glover.
Public appearances. He must have been in something, right? I mean, Danny Glover is mega famous, but Danny Glover was in Lethal Weapon in the 80s. IMDb for the new stuff. He must have some gigs, or he's just got that sweet, sweet money rolling in. He doesn't have to be in anything anymore.
I don't know. He's sitting in the civilian area.
Short. This is not AOC commentary. This is he's in a bunch of shorts recently. This is
crime. I'm sure he wears pants every once in a while.
Oh my God, he's in a bunch of like rubbish. He was in Jumanji: The Next Level. I forgot about that. Wow. He was great as that with Danny DeVito. Him and Danny DeVito as these
two
old
Dannys.
men. Love it. All right, sorry. Enough of that. When we come back, we'll talk about you. And there was an arrest, and I want to tell you the circumstances of this controversial arrest. I want you to tell me if you think this person deserves to serve time behind bars. I think this is going to surprise you, and the details of this are wild. They're coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Road rangers are on the roadways, clearing up some debris, slowing things down on I-4 westbound approaching Colonial Drive. There's a crash getting cleared up on Colonial Drive at Semorin Boulevard. Move over and slow down. Look out for police activity still on the roadways, clearing up an earlier accident on Main Street in Apopka near Park Avenue.
Hello! AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got
quick note.
In the form of free battery testing, free battery charging,
quick note.
Replacement, batteries that fit your needs.
I am a man without a political party. I am not afraid to piss anybody off. I'm not afraid to abandon anybody at any moment. I'm seeing now that in Ohio, which I think, correct me, chat, I think it's Governor DeWine in Ohio. Is that correct? Governor DeWine in Ohio? In Ohio, they're set to ban THC drinks. If Florida bans THC drinks, I riot. If Florida bans THC drinks, I riot. If Republicans start to ban THC drinks across the country, I swear them off. If Democrats get on the bandwagon and start banning THC drinks across the country, I riot and I swear them all off. Mike DeWine? Mike DeWine is a Democrat? Governor Mike DeWine? What side is he coming from? Who are we talking about here? Governor DeWine, is he a Republican or a Democrat? I think he's a Democrat, but I'm not sure. If you try to take my THC from me, it helps me go to sleep. It settles me at the end of the night after I've worked all freaking day long doing all kinds of high stress stuff. If you try to take my THC drink from me, I will gut you and I will string you up in public. Metaphorically, not physically. Lori says, you could buy THC drinks in Florida? Yeah. He's Republican? Mike DeWine. Let's not make this a Republican thing, guys. Republicans, don't be against THC drinks. It's lame. It's lame. THC drinks are great. THC drinks will bring people off of alcohol more. It'll help people who need to get sleep. It's not hurting anybody. Nobody ever in the history of ever drank a THC drink and robbed a fucking bank. What the hell are you talking about, man? There is no reason to go against these THC drinks. Let them make the stuff. So far, it's only Ohio. Governor Mike DeWine's office declined to say late Tuesday whether the governor will be shutting down sales of the popular drinks, but that's what shopkeepers are hearing. They have to clear the inventory off their shelves as of now in anticipation of a ban of THC drinks in Ohio. You do it here, I riot. You do it, I riot. Jeffrey says, I feel the same about Kratom. I defend Kratom too. I want to make sure it's safe. I want to make sure, like, somebody's keeping an eye on it. But Kratom is good. I'll tell you though, Jeffrey, I don't want people selling Kratom too close to my house. I'm not a big fan of that. But I do want it to be there. I do want it to be accessible. 2 minutes.
You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus.
Taking a bong rip right now, you've inspired me. Dylan!
I think you gotta grip it and rip it. Grip it and
Dylan!
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us.
Don't you have work or something?
$150 in bonus bets if you win.
THC drinks are different than smoking out of a bong.
Florida must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling?
Chat, question for you. I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. Question for you. Should Dylan do a couple of minutes at the roast? I'm serious, and I will obey your answer right now. Should my son Dylan do a couple of minutes at the roast that we're filming for a special at Judson's Live on October 30th? Should Dylan do some time at the roast? Yes? Duh. Yes? It's too late to abort Dylan? Absolutely yes. Will you roast him back? Well, if he fires some shots at me, I might have to fire some back. He might want to take some shots at other people there. Or maybe he just wants to be nice. Vote yes for Dylan? Oh, hell yes, he should. He's got to be funnier than you, Sean. Kevin. Come on. I'm underrated in how fucking consistently funny I am about stuff. Okay? Underrated, baby. I'm the king. All right, we'll come back.
Strength and vaporized sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast!
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Reese Impact windows are guaranteed for life and transferable when you sell. ReeseWindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. That's GRAND. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
Some news for you folks. Quick note. And as I said earlier, we're getting closer and closer to the roast event, which is coming up in about 22 days. It's an exclusive event. This is a fancy event. We've never even done a fancy event before. That's why the roast that's coming up is crazy to me.
We haven't done our own. We've been to fancy events, I think.
Sometimes.
Like one or two fancy events. But we've never thrown one. It's been quite the opposite of fancy.
No. And we're filming this for a special, and it's going to be the roast of me, the roast of Sean Wasson. And I'm excited about it. I think everybody's excited about it. But yesterday, I was talking with Dylan, and he confirmed that he'd be down to introduce somebody at the roast and do like a minute or two or something. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. of all the people with ammunition against me, my son Dylan would be, I mean, he could really take me down all of the pegs if he wanted to. But I think that could be funny. And
I would love his mother to introduce somebody.
Now we're talking.
That would be interesting.
As a matter of fact, any other past. Could you imagine?
No.
That would be singed.
No, we're only allotting 2 minutes for these people, and that other one would never fit the bill.
I would rather it be shorter. I would rather it be shorter if possible. But I don't know.
Am I adding him into the timeline?
Dylan is going to be introducing somebody. Not sure who yet.
Does that mean fair game for Dylan stuff?
No, I don't know.
Come on.
That opens up a can of worms, doesn't it? I don't really want
that. You're target.
Boy.
Is he going to be there? Or is he going to do a recorded?
No, he'll be there.
Oh.
Yeah. He'll be there. He'll
be
there
boys and adults?
in person. Oh, I want to see how people feel about this. How should that go? Should he be then available? If you're in person, that means like you can make a joke about somebody who's there. I mean, I feel bad about taking shots at people who aren't there for sure, right? Like if you don't have any opportunity to get back at anybody, that seems lame. But if he's going to be there, that kind of opens things up. Mystic Ridges on Twitch says he's a big boy. He can take it. He's good. He knows what he's doing. He says of his mom, she would go over time. She would keep yapping and yapping and yapping, I guess. I don't know much about her these days. All right. What do you think? Let us know. What should the rules be for this? Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. A couple of things. One, I want to talk about this drag queen that got arrested because I think this story is pretty interesting. Let me pull this up here because this came out around the last day or so. And there were two people that got caught up in this sting. And one of them is like some prominent drag queen in Phoenix. And when I saw the story that people were passing around, I was like, well, what happened here?
She sashayed away?
The details are pretty interesting. So Phoenix Pride, I guess, like obviously an organization, has removed a drag performer from their scheduled appearances at this year's Phoenix Pride Festival that are scheduled for about 10 days from now. ABC 15, that's the ABC affiliate in Arizona, confirmed through court records that 35-year-old Michael Browder was arrested in September for 2 counts of sexual conduct with a minor after an investigation began in June of this year about a 13-year-old victim. All right? Now, here's where this is interesting to me. This 13-year-old was talking to investigators, and in this forensic interview, the 13-year-old said, I posed as an 18-year-old on an online dating app. I don't know which one. It doesn't really mention in anything I'm looking at. But the 13-year-old's like, I was on a dating app, and I posed as an 18-year-old, and I put up all of my information, okay? So just keep that in mind. Records say the 13-year-old victim told police he did not know the identity of the 2 men that he contacted. But Phoenix police were able to recover one of their online conversations from the 13-year-old's laptop. That led police to this drag queen Browder, who court records say is recognized as a known Phoenix drag queen. On September 16th, Browder was interviewed by Phoenix police, records said. In that interview, Browder allegedly admitted to meeting with and engaging in sex with the victim, who was 13, but said it was completely dark in the victim's apartment, to the point that he was unable to ascertain the victim's age. So they said Browder did allegedly tell police that he was under the impression that the victim was 18 or 19 years old. Now, the judges said you're on a secured appearance bond, blah, blah, blah. And this person wasn't the only one involved in this. But the question that I have here is, if somebody's up on one of these like dating or hookup websites, and they have like a whole profile, somehow they've got around whatever the guardrails are for the app, be it Grindr or Tinder, or I don't even know what's popular now, whatever the ones people are on. And they're on there as an adult, as somebody over the age of 18. And then you go to meet them, and it's like pitch black, and they're like, just come on in. Here we go. We're gonna fool around now. is there no responsibility on the end of the dating sites to be the one that like verify whether or not they'll be like, what the hell? I was on a dating site. It said this person was 18. I assume that was legit.
Or like, let's take the meetup out of it. Because let's take the meetup out of it. Like, well, okay. Let's just assume that now it's distracting me. Let's just assume that they didn't hook up. They were just chatting, and this drag performer sent a nude to this person who had to be verified to be on this app.
And some of these apps like require you to take a selfie at that moment and with your license or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take your word for it. I don't know like what they do, but I know there are age restrictions, obviously. Right?
There's some that don't care, and they just sign up.
Really?
And they have a picture of. I'm pretty sure.
Like you can't go on Grindr and just put a picture and be like, I'm this person. There's got to be some verification, right? I would think. But to get to your point, C-Lane, if somebody just said, hey, here I am, and they put a picture up where they look older, and they say that they're 18 or 19 years old, they're of age, right? Still young, but of age. And they start talking with somebody the whole time, they're kind of LARPing that they're an 18 or 19-year-old, and you send that person a nude image, I would say that person should not get any charges.
Right.
Because it seems reasonable that they would have thought they were texting to an adult. Now, being in person and being physical with them, the idea that you wouldn't know this person was 13.
It seems like it would be a little harder to argue. But if you meet somebody at a bar and they got in there under false pretenses, like a fake ID or something, you can still be in trouble for having sex with that person.
It's difficult because the story says the person's 13, so like sometimes it's more obvious. And people in chat are saying like we learned from Mo previously that even if you ask for ID and they produce a fake ID, you're still in trouble.
Exactly. Like even if you ask a person,
you need two forms of ID moving forward.
You are about to have some sort of relations with to prove their age, which I feel like sometimes if you think you should have to do that, maybe you're kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah.
But there are situations like that girl from the reality show. The girl who like
the one with that weird disease where she looks like a little kid.
She's like frozen at 13. Yeah, she's like 29 or something.
And dudes are dating her, and you're like,
but you're like, doesn't she deserve to live a normal life?
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's strange. So, Bootsy says my 13-year-old looks 13. There is no mistaking he's a minor. I think that's probably the case with most 13-year-old boys. Like, are there any 13-year-old boys that I'd be like, 100% this kid looks like he's 18 or 19 years old?
Some athletes.
Football players.
I think once you get physical with a person, the level of expectations go through the roof. The idea that you're like, it was dark, I didn't know, I just expected that this person was an adult.
Now
I start to question that.
You do question it, and gay men back me up that listen to the show. I know there's at least 5 of you. When it comes to meetups with another gay man, or perhaps, I don't know, gender non-binary, they kind of get right to the point. I mean, I have one of my best friends was like, yeah, just hooked up with a guy, and I texted him just an hour ago after we parted ways to say, what was your name again?
Yeah, I've heard of this before,
because it was just knock. They don't do the flirting.
knock.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. It's 2 guys all horned up. They go for this stuff. But is there a situation where they just like walk into a darkened house, into a darkened room?
I don't know. I mean,
like, that you're inviting this exact thing to happen. Like you should know. Like I think I could tell with pretty solid confirmation that somebody was 13 just based on a voice alone. Like I would go, that person is not an adult. That person is not 18 years old.
What if you just text?
And like you go to the house and you have sex with this 13-year-old and they don't even say anything. There's too many red flags. Like it just seems
I'm not excusing
weird.
This behavior. It's just, especially because the 13-year-old admitted being on the app and saying he was 18 is what.
Yes.
Right.
How do you now
avoid
this situation?
Hold on. Just to be clear, yes, the 13-year-old admitted I faked being 18 the whole time and I lied to these people. All right. But the question is that still an excuse? because now that like this is this drag queen showing up to this house, grown ass person, and the person you're getting in bed with is a 13-year-old. You should know that somehow. I mean, I like if this was
their leg off and count the rings.
Well, I think you should if it's so close, you should literally ask questions and inquire more about it. Like if there was a man who's how old is? Well, I don't care about hot when it's kids.
I know that. I wouldn't. I don't think any of us would ever be in that situation. That's what I'm saying. Like now, put yourself in the shoes of you. We're trying to get a hookup, thinking this person is 18, and then you're like, I need 2 forms of ID and written notarized letter verifying your age.
So I'm told there isn't an age verification on Grindr and Scruff, but it's it's on you if they're lying. And Sniffies, which is a new one, that's a new one for me. Sniffies.
It's a fun name.
And I'm on sniffies.com right now, and it just asked, are you a real cruiser?
Oh.
All right. Okay.
What does that even mean?
He said it's a wall of D. No verification, just get on and get it on. Lots of guys want an anonymous experience.
That seems dangerous, but I guess then it's on you because, I wonder what he would think about this. If we're talking about a 13-year-old, you know what I mean? Like, you got to have more questions before you just wander into a dark room and you're like, all right, here we go. Here's a hole.
Whoa. Okay.
Here goes nothing. And then afterwards, you're like, wait, hold on. How old was that person? You have to ask more questions of the people you're having sex with in person. You have to. I think, what would you do with this person?
There are a lot of people on Sniffies. Holy crap.
Is that the U.S. map that you're looking at?
No, that's Maitland.
No, that's just the county, or
some of them are in the office park.
You don't have to. You don't have to sign up.
You got some sniffers around you right there.
Yeah,
damn,
a lot of Sniffies.
I never heard of that until this moment.
Sniffies with stiffies.
Phoenix Pride, the event that booted the drag queen after being arrested for having sex with this minor. Phoenix Pride said that their persona would no longer be appearing at the festival, saying it's important to emphasize this individual has not been convicted of a crime. Their removal is based solely on the information currently available to us and our responsibility to ensure a safe and affirming environment for our community. The crime alleged is one that we find reprehensible and entirely contrary to what Phoenix Pride stands for. So that's what they're saying in this case. The most interesting thing to me is like, at what level do we expect from people engaging in sex? And I would say it should be a pretty high level of expectation. I would say even to the point of like checking IDs and like, if you're a friggin' adult, don't be engaging in sex with somebody that's even close. This is why in most states, if somebody's like 19 or 20, they can usually have a different age range that they're allowed to have sex with. So if it's like, oh, I'm 19 or 20 and this person said they were 18, but they were actually, they were 17 and a half. And you don't want to get them on that technicality that they didn't know exactly how old they were. I mean, to me, that's a big difference. But if you're 35, you should know a 13-year-old is not of age.
Their CAPTCHA, prove I'm not a robot, is I have to move a butt plug into the butt plug shape.
I did that one wrong, so then they switched mine to a pair of briefs.
Okay.
Which for Sniffies, makes sense. And butt plug.
I see. Hold on. Let's see what they say from ABC 15 about this. Maybe we're missing some details. How did this trickery take place?
35-year-old man now facing charges after a September arrest, also pulled from a scheduled appearance at Phoenix Pride.
You've been arrested for 2 counts of sexual conduct with a minor, class 2 felonies.
Court records indicate Michael Browder met a 13-year-old who told police he posed as 18 on an online dating application. Court records indicating they later met in person.
It's important to remember that those age restrictions are there for a reason.
Elena Zavalza, mental health provider and Valley nonprofit Not My Kid, says it's vital for parents to be aware of what kids have access to online, but also keep open communication lines so kids can come to parents before any problems escalate.
Maybe asking questions out of curiosity, not using the blame game and saying, like, I know you're talking.
They wanted to stretch this out, so they just got like a rando group to talk about this. I wanted to know like about the faking of the of age thing. I will tell you, when I was in middle school, real quick, I went to a place called Crestwood Middle School. Shouts out, Crestwood. And at Crestwood Middle School, there was a girl in our class Are you 13 yet in middle school? Maybe in 8th grade? Are you 12?
Yeah.
You're 12 about it?
I think I was 13 when I was a freshman in high school.
So you're 12, 13. We all know that girls at 12 or 13 usually look much more mature and older than boys at 12 or 13. The girls are actually usually taller or sometimes taller at that age. But there was a girl who was like 12 or 13 at my middle school, and at the end of the day, she'd go, okay, see you guys later. And she'd hop in a car with seniors from the local high school. And she looked, I remember at the time, I was like, I look like a little kid, and she looks like an adult to me. Like, she looked like an 18-year-old girl. And I remember thinking that. But probably it was because I was pretty young myself in this moment. And if anybody is engaging in these kind of activities, the most important thing in the world is that we keep kids safe. Kids shouldn't be able to do this. And you're like, well, otherwise the biggest loophole in the world is underage kids go on these apps, set up these accounts, and they go, I admit it, you can't do anything about this person having sex with me because I pretended like I was an adult the whole time. That seems like too big of a loophole. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or tips. TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com.
We're so distracted.
There's orgies on here.
I just sent it to you guys.
Orgies.
There's
You
a
guys are sniffies.
70-person orgy happening on the expressway right now.
Near the expressway.
This must be a joke.
No, it's
Ain't no joke.
It's Saturday.
Where? In the middle of the woods?
You have to be
Saturday at
over 40,
11:45.
and this is good for you guys. Fat, chubby, overweight.
No, those are nobody over 40 and nobody fat, chubby, overweight.
Oh, no.
Must DM full body nudes.
Are you serious?
I
They're
am
just gathering
fascinated.
these debaucherous men. Oh, my God. This
they're
is what
getting
happens.
right to it.
There's another one with 26 people that are signed up. It says October 18th, Saturday. Bareback only.
Oh, my God.
Filming will be allowed and encouraged. If you're uncomfortable with that, then say so.
Interesting. I think we are giving away people's information.
Please be showered clean. If not, I will turn you away, possibly. Please be DDF. Do you know what that means, Sean?
DTF? Yeah,
no,
down to F.
DDF. What does that mean?
DDF is disease and degenerate free.
Drug free.
Drug free. Disease and drug free.
Yeah. Be an active participant and bring lube.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to have all the bare necessities, I guess. Get out there.
No, twinks are allowed
Whoa.
My friend who sent this to me is giving me the inside info. And I'm like,
I'm fascinated. I do appreciate that people get right to the point.
Cow.
He's like, it's always at this spot, and I never go. It's
All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll also get to the story about an HOA and a mom standing up to the HOA who's in the right there. Some other ICE stories, including one that's getting a bunch of attention that I think is pretty darn interesting from Los Angeles. We'll give you the details on this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
That's got Mommy Winefest Girls Night Out written all
really?
Oh, with Bridgerton and those love scenes.
That's good to know. Go hang out at the exit.
Yep. That won't be creepy.
Oh, yeah. Fluff and wait. I'm going to fluff and wait.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to look out for this afternoon. A wreck on Florida's Turnpike southbound approaching US 27. That's exit 285. The right lane's blocked. An accident on Ronald Reagan Boulevard at Country Club Road. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. On I-4, you got nothing to worry about except some slowdowns eastbound between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdore.
Hello. How you doing?
You know, the hurricane season is only a couple weeks away, and while it seems like we've kind of gotten through this one pretty good.
Folks, Go Mike is activated.
And if the storm hits the right path and comes straight through Central Florida, you can find yourself.
Got another secret show coming up on Thursday this week. Secret show on Thursday night, right around 8 o'clock-ish. Should be when we do the next secret show. Rally on, sign up, new secret show subscribers. If you want to unlock the full potential of the website and get access to uncensored secret shows, Do it now. This big update is supposed to push either on Friday or Monday, which will be a brand new Secret Shows player, lots of new features, and lots of it only if you're a subscriber on thenewsjunkie.com. Avengusora, we will see you there. We're going to have some fun, as per usual. Get to it.
777-5050. You can tell them Sealand from the News Junkie sent you. That would be nice, and you would also get $500 off your quote. So 407-777-5050 and visit solarinstallersoflorida.com.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? It's not a plane or a ship ride away.
I'll throw you up.
An ocean or over the equator, it's not even a
Kevin says, going great, Sean, playing on that Sniffy's map site. Who knew the Ocala National Forest would be loaded with freaks?
Is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state.
Chaos says, I might be there, I might be streaming to 4 people like Sean says. I didn't say you were streaming to 4 people, did I? I'm not calling you a 4 viewer, Andy. I think you're great. I'll be a viewer. I've been a viewer before. I've tuned in. I tuned in and I was like, hey, I was about to say something. I was like, I don't want to distract him. I don't want to distract Chaos from his stream. I just saw that he went live. But Godspeed. Good luck.
Hey guys, it's Angel from the Monsters. You know I love cooking on my Big Green Egg. And every time I get asked why, I tell you it's because it's an awesome experience, it's impressive, and everything comes out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you gotta go visit my friends at Washington.
Question for you, chat. Let me see how much time we have. All right, we got a couple of minutes here. Tesla just announced yesterday that they have some new models that are cheaper, sub $40,000 Tesla vehicles. Do you feel like your opinion post Elon Musk leaving Washington, D.C. has shifted on Tesla vehicles at all? Would you make the move? They're fairly affordable considering brand new car prices. And now some of the subsidies are coming down. But they're launching a couple of Tesla versions that are cheaper than $40,000. Charles says, yeah, a Model Y for $35K. Like, that's a pretty good deal, right? Even for some of you left-wingers who are like, fuck Elon Musk. Or whatever. $35,000, brand spanking new car, fast, cool features. I mean, that seems like a pretty good deal. Cosidia says, I bought stock when everybody hated him at $230. Now it's $450. Technical says, no, Elon's always been a liar and a scam artist. And after this MAGA stint, I guess he's not going to be doing it. Not going to be buying them. The Model Y starts at $39,990. I mean, it's good. That's a good deal. Tesla sales have been up pretty decently, but the last quarter when they said Tesla sales were up, one of the reasons was because people were trying to get the government subsidy before it disappeared. But I think a lot of people have forgotten about this whole let's carve swastikas into Teslas and stuff. Model 3 standard 36.9. That's pretty good. You can't get a lot of cars for under that $40,000 range that are nice. Go Crypto or Got Crypto says, I've never cared about Elon enough to affect my feelings about them. I mean, I think this kind of technology in vehicles is the future. My biggest problem, Tesla drivers, give me a shout on this. 2 minutes and we're coming back. Tesla drivers. I test drove a Tesla and I absolutely hated how it's like a golf cart where you press the gas fast, let off of the gas. I found that to be really weird is there a setting in Tesla that makes it react more like a regular gas-powered vehicle? That's the one thing that keeps me from getting an electric vehicle. I don't like it. You could turn that off. Has anybody tried that turned off and like, oh, now this drives exactly like a car? Because that, I would make a move. But I hated that. Like, It's probably great for your brakes, like saving your brake lives and stuff. You could turn off regen braking. Yeah, like I said, probably great for brakes, but I don't like that experience. All right, here we go.
1-year-old woman fall in love again.
Listen to Heavyweight on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Heavyweight and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is
show. Got updates on some big cases we've been following. Even some Ed Gein information going to work its way into the show in jury duty momentarily.
Sam Hill.
C-Lane, did you jump ship or did you guys abandon the Ed Gein series on Netflix that's so popular?
No. We've been watching it. In fact, I just did the episode where he started banging dead people.
Oh, that was...
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was the
only
ending.
goes up from there.
The ending where the girl comes back, and then they were going to get at it, but he decided that she wasn't cold enough.
Yeah. It's really dark.
The most disturbing was that kitchen table stuff, man.
Yeah. See, and I told Sean this before the show. I have been trying very hard to avoid doing something that I tend to do during documentaries. Less documentaries, more dramatizations, things that are based on true stories. I want to know what they have gotten very accurate and what is the most
I did
artistic
that
license. See, but I don't want to spoil the story. So, and I know, and is there 8 episodes of this?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
8
it's
total
over.
episodes.
There's still more.
Yeah. See, I have a feeling we're going to fall off of this at some point. We got other stuff to watch.
And I think the last episode's not really necessary.
Here's the problem. When you look at stuff like this, and I've talked about documentaries in this way, I think when you're going to watch something like this, it's kind of important to do what C-Lane's doing. You have to go, who is behind this? What is the goal? And in particular with documentaries, there's an agenda. There's no documentary ever that didn't have an agenda. All right. Like when Michael Moore went to do a documentary called Sicko about the American healthcare system, do you think there was some chance that he was going to come out on the other side and go, guys, I looked into it and actually it's not nearly as bad as I thought.
Right.
No, there's an agenda.
No, there's no reason for him to do that. But I think that stuff based on true stories, in my head, I have this fantasy that they nailed it right on the head. And
they should.
But for stuff like that, for movies, you have, it's not your fault, but over the years, you have had a hand in ruining one of my favorite movies.
Well, what movie did I ruin?
Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I thought, man, what a cool story that, that guy did all that cool stuff.
Frank
and
Abagnale.
little by little, people have tried to follow his entire story and been like, Frank Abagnale was full of...
He lied.
Full of S.
Yeah, he lied
I
about a
will
lot
say,
of it.
as far as Monster, because I immediately started to research and see what was, factual and what was being dramatized.
For the record, you're talking about the Eileen Wuornos movie, I believe, right?
No, Monster is the thing,
series.
the Ed Gein thing.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, you're talking about the Ed Gein thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got a hold of the crime scene photos, and if there's anything they got exactly right, it was his house.
Oh,
Like,
really?
almost to a T, where things were placed in disarray. What they didn't show on the series was the skin chair he made, which was wild. It has multiple
Nice,
faces on it.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple
Stitched
faces?
on a chair.
Kind of like that
On a love seat.
That little doll that got somebody arrested when they left it out by a gas station?
Kind of, but put that
Skin
doll
bear?
times
Skin
10
bear.
over a nice armchair.
Now that you mentioned this, Sabrina, shouts out to all the people who work in this thankless world where you recreate stuff like that. Like somebody had to say, what is this murderous lunatic? What does this house look like? And they had to do the research, and then they had to make it look exactly like it. And then people just watch and oftentimes don't even know how much amazing work went into that.
You could smell it from the TV screen.
Mm-hmm. Even not horror stuff, just the practical effects. Like I follow the one of the effects artists that works for Saturday Night Live. Yeah. And he'll go behind the scenes on some of the crazy masks and prosthetics that he 3D prints and then molds and then does. It's very fascinating, and the dude's super talented and has been nominated for Emmys and stuff for the work. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a very interesting follow.
What did you think?
I don't remember his name. That's how big a
think
fan I am of him. I just forgot his name.
What did you think about the female sexual organs that they had to make with the staff over at this Ed Gein documentary?
They represented a lot of different types of vulvas.
I
appreciate that.
I think I only saw the drawer once. Does that come back into play?
I think so, maybe. I don't remember. It's a show that I'd like to keep out of my head in my house, if at all possible. I would like to keep it out of here.
I feel like it's going to play around too at your house.
I'm telling you, because Courtney was just like, oh, God, this guy really had a tough life. And I said, Courtney, the entire last episode is talking about how this guy is essentially the Columbine of serial killers. She's like, yeah, like he was the guy who influenced so many other people who did this. And I'm like, this guy's bad. We shouldn't be running defense for him. She's like, oh, no, he's terrible. I'm not running defense for him. Just, he had this problem and this. Oh, man. There's a whole bunch of people who are going to take a second look at Ed Gein after this Netflix series.
And that one listener who got him tattooed, like, that was for something special.
Yeah, maybe he is a nice guy. This is what happened with the brothers after the last season.
Yeah,
the Menendez brothers.
They made him look real hot too.
They got a second look, and people go, "Well,
and
gay." Maybe we shouldn't feel so bad about this, but maybe so. All right, when we come back in jury duty, I'll do that ICE story out of L.A. that is going viral. There's an interview that went south that just surfaced in the last 24 hours. Where somebody left the interview, stormed out in the middle of it. It's nice and awkward, so we'll play that as well. There's a story saying, shame on President Trump. He trashed his hotel room on a recent trip.
What?
I don't know if there's any truth to this, but I'll look into the...
We're rock stars here. We're living like rock stars.
I do pee-pees on the wall.
Is Trump living the Vida Loca?
Who was the guy that we just had that liked to blow up toilets with M80s?
That was
Who? It was the Who, I think. Yeah, I believe it was them. Oh, by the way, before we take this break, because I don't want to hold people any longer on this, we have a full Dolly emergency going on.
What? I thought the sister said didn't want to scare anybody.
Well, the Dolly Parton announcement came out that she was pausing her
residency
in Las Vegas. Then her sister came out and said, thoughts and prayers, baby.
The world needs to pray.
And then the sister was like, hang on, guys. Dolly Parton's not dying right now. Now, Dolly Parton has revealed a proof of life video. This is the level we've come out. Full Dolly emergency.
Hey, Natalie, bring your camera over here.
Come on.
I want to say something. Well, today's October the 8th, and obviously I'm here doing some commercials.
Hold up the newspaper.
How can we be sure that this isn't AI, Dolly?
Soul Opry, which is why I'm dressed kind of like a country western girl. But before I got started, I wanted to say, I know lately everybody thinks that I am sicker than I am. Do I look sick to you? I'm working hard.
Not
here.
really.
Anyway, I wanted to put everybody's mind at ease, those of you that seem to be real concerned, which I appreciate. And I appreciate your prayers because I'm a person of faith. I can always use the prayers.
But you're
for
good?
Anything and everything. But I want you to know that I'm okay. I've got some problems, as I mentioned. Back when my husband, Carl, was very sick. That was for a long time.
All right. Well, she says she's got some problems, but she's okay. It's a full Dolly emergency.
Thank God.
But we're going to be okay.
Save her at all costs.
Yeah, I don't think the world could handle this. I've yet to meet the person that was like, you know what? F Dolly Parton. Hate that bitch. Couldn't stand it.
Give me some time. I'll find it.
Actually, I just record
Twitter.com.
Yeah, that or the texting service. Just fire it up. This is somebody angry. Jury duty in just a moment here. All the stories that talked about that awkward interview, the ICE situation in L.A., and so much more coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Why, hello. You guys suggesting it doesn't sound like her. It's not her. Come on. Have I lost you to E2? Have I lost you to the conspiracy world? I hope not.
Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local.
I saw her during the storm that crashed through her mountains in North Carolina, and she sounded old too. YouTube, take the tinfoil hats off. They can't be stopped. They can't be stopped over there. I have to say, I love YouTube. I love all you YouTubers. Vibes on Twitch usually tick better on Twitch. Because you people seem to be pretty mellow about things, whereas we got like some militant folks over on YouTube. You know who you are. Militant folks who are like, yeah. It's been an hour and Sean hasn't said Trump's a Cheeto head or whatever the insult of the day is. We're just here for a good time, Sean. Good. You should be. That should be the theory of your life. I'm just here for a good time. Because that's all you can get. Enjoy that. Charles says, at least we don't drizzle. I mean, that's a good argument. That's a good counter. I agree over on YouTube. Brisby says, Dolly's her age and awesome. Got Crypto says of YouTube, just get rid of like 5 people and it'll be super chill over there. I try to like whack-a-mole the most obnoxious ones here and there when I can. And Tanya and the mods on YouTube are awesome. Mostly people start bitching. They're like, what the hell, man? I got banned or muted here. And almost every time I look it up, I'm like, come on, you are being a pest. You're being obnoxious. Janine says, we're fired up. True. Jury duty in a matter of moments here.
New Hard Rock Bet rewards are dropping. Nice. And Reed, you in? The only thing I drop is receivers and mics. And we're talking bonus bets, deposit matches, parlay.
Twitch ads suck. Okay. Well, if you sub with your Prime subscription over on Twitch, you won't get any ads. Except for these ads. You'll get these. Some mod love going around on YouTube. Good, good, good. Good people. Folks, just in case you watch the videos that I do, a video coming out today probably 6 or 6:30 or somewhere around there, about what really happened to Mark Sanchez. All right? This is the NFL commentator who didn't show up for his job, and they said he was like attacked and he was a victim, and then things turned around real quickly. I went through all of the court documents and everything, and I have the story about what really happened to that guy. It's a wild one. I hope you'll watch the video. I don't expect this one to have high velocity views wise, but I was using this one as an opportunity to get a little more editing practice and whatnot and get something out. I haven't made a video in like a week or so. A butt fumble breakdown would be better. I do include the butt fumble in the video. For what it's worth. 1 minute. YouTube views don't count if you use an ad blocker? Is that true? I mean, YouTube, the discovery process for accounts like around the size of the News Junkie, it's tough. You got to hit a topic that's like getting a lot of search. Oh, hey. All right, folks, we're coming back now for jury duty. Hold on to your butts.
And COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket
and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets.
iHeartRadio is your all-access pass to the audio that moves you.
Get what millions already have. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Storms coming? Prep with Gorilla Tape. It's tough, weather-resistant, and sticks to rough and uneven surfaces. Patch, hold, seal, and protect. Gorilla Tape holds strong in wind and rain. Gorilla Tape. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
Ice story that's getting some attention out of LA. You'll know about that in case you hear a bunch of people screaming about it. And a mother versus an HOA in another direction. We'll talk about both of those in just a moment here. Oh, love it, love it, love it. We have to experience this together. Folks, this is why, one reason why, out of many, you should watch the show over on youtube.com/The News Junkie. Once you watch the show live, I think you never go back. You never go back to the other way because it's an awesome experience. You get a lot of extra stuff. You hear stuff between breaks, but you get to see things. And, I put the stuff that's visual up on See It Now. But guess what's back? Back again. The Grappler's back. Tell a friend.
Yes.
That's right, everybody. This time in Douglas County, Colorado, the police put to use that grappler device where they shoot it out like Batman at whoever they're going for and capture them. This is the latest deployment of this, and seems to be working well.
92 miles an hour.
92 miles an hour? They're going very fast down an interstate, and this officer
he's skipping
starting
all the
to approach.
cops.
Yeah, he's going around because he's got the grappler. He's going around. Yes,
not everybody gets a grappler because they're kind of expensive.
That's right. So they hook the grappler up on one of the cars and they go, "Get up there, Johnson!" And Johnson's driving as fast as he can. He's getting up to this car. The car's on the side of the highway. It seems like it's kind of smashing into the side a little bit.
333.
It's grappling time. And he's second now.
I think, you know what? You might be on to something here, Sabrina, believe it or not.
Needs
you might
to have a theme song.
it needs to have a sound effect so that when the police officer is deployed, it's like, it's a grappler time. Some like noise happens. Go ahead. What should it be? What you go for?
It's grappling time.
Anything like that would be like, oh, it's, you know, TMZ videos start. Dun, dun, dun.
Grapple.
That sounded more like Netflix than TMZ.
You need a version of that for the grappler, so that when the cops are driving, it's like, ready to deploy grappler, and you know that it's been fired. And the people that are hit, is like, it should have a womp, womp, womp. If you miss, maybe. So they're catching up to this car. It's hauling ass.
What was that?
That was a grappler sound effect.
It was not it. Quite loud. All right, here they are approaching the back bumper of the vehicle. Grappler deployment incoming.
5.
The guy's trying to get back out of the way of the police officer.
So
Pins up against the car.
Bumps him. Deploys.
Bumps him. Boom. Grappler deployed. You are hooked, buddy. That might be good.
Grappled.
Yeah. See, that would be so much more effective.
You see that other sheriff's vehicle just like pushing against the...
Is that necessary? He's already grappled.
Wall?
Yeah. Grappled, but...
Look at this. Ready? Wait, hold on. One more.
I wanted to grapple.
Shove.
Not fair.
That guy's angry. He's upset. He's in the SUV. They don't put the grappler on that one. They got this guy with the grappler. It's the latest one down in Douglas County, Colorado.
Didn't know there was some extra grapple action in that sound effect.
Surprise.
Was there a little bit at the end that they gave you? Just a bonus, huh?
And then I turned away.
Comes back at you. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt. He's awesome. He, too, will be making an appearance at the Roast of Sean Wasson, which is 22 days from right now, an exclusive event, fancy event, an event where people are going to be dressing up. How many of you are going to be in creative costumes, I hope, you know? And you're going to get a lot of exclusive merch just for being part of this amazing live taping of the Roast. Go learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com/roast. We thank Mo. He's our sponsor, one of our sponsors of the event. He's the best of the best. And he is the man to help you out when you get into an accident. So when you get into an accident, grappler or no grappler, you call 1-800-CALL-MO. 1-800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. A lot of talk about these ICE stories. One that has grabbed my attention was there's one that I think is bad optics, a real bad look for ICE. And they're in front of this building in, I think, Chicago. Let me just double check because there was a story about it. A man named Reverend David Black is in front of the ICE facility in Chicago. And he says, I invite you to repentance. I offer you an altar call. I offer you salvation. He's like shouting at these ICE officers. And I guess he said he could hear them laughing at him. And they're kind of like blocking the gate area. I think they were trying to clear this way. But one of the officers fires and hits the reverend or whatever in the head with a pepper ball.
Why?
And you can see. It didn't seem like there was reason to do so. He's just standing there. He's talking.
Peaceful protest.
And
is it not?
There's a guy next to him. There's a guy that came up next to him right at that moment. Right?
So pepper ball close range.
I don't know if they were aiming for this guy with the helmet, but a guy with the helmet came up there. Close range is in... They're on the rooftop, and he's right below the rooftop. And right here, got him. They got him right in the head.
That was so unnecessary.
And I am not up on how bad a pepper ball to the head hurts, but my guess is that it's bad. I guess is that's not a good time. They popped him right in the head.
Why is it called a pepper ball? Is there pepper spray in it? Or is it just...
These like non-lethal rounds that you can get that are like pepper balls is what they call them. And I think it just like busts up when it hits you, but I think it hurts pretty bad.
Versus rubber bullets, both are classified less lethal. Pepper balls are designed to incapacitate with a chemical irritant, whereas rubber bullets rely on blunt force impact.
I think the pepper ball still hurt, though. I could be wrong.
It hurt.
Yeah, it popped him right in the head, this guy. And so there was a story about that. The other one was over in Los Angeles, the ICE story. A federal judge over the weekend issued a temporary restraining order requiring immigration officials to get rid of guards that are monitoring a man. You see, there was a car wash raid by the feds, and the feds go into this car wash. They were going after this one dude, Rovidio Marin. They haven't said exactly why, but they're going after him. He broke his leg during the raid, and he's in the hospital. So they're saying that like he has been under constant like surveillance and was even cuffed at some point in time to his hospital bed. He's presently detained under restrictions that limit his access to counsel, medical providers, and family, the judge said. He's been questioned by government officials while in pain and under the influence of medication. He cannot place phone calls and remains handcuffed to a hospital bed despite his broken leg that prevents him from walking. Probably a dumb move there. If the guy's got a broken leg, I think it's going to be pretty hard for him to hobble away. Either charge him or deport him or whatever. But right now, it seems like they just kind of have surrounded him at the hospital.
And they're not allowing doctors to care for him?
I got to tell you, it's so hard to find out what the truth is and what's not. This is from a judge. So I'm giving it more credibility because it's from a judge. Usually it's from their attorneys, which I give almost zilch credibility, or from just like other people on the scene who have all sorts of different motivations in these ICE cases. But this is
What's
a district
the opposite
judge.
of a grain of salt? Are we taking this with a grain of pepper?
I'm giving it one lump of salt, at least for now, from the judge. Who knows? Could be an activist judge too. But I would tend to believe that this is probably bad to keep somebody like under lock and key at the hospital.
The pepperball thing is like a paintball, but filled with like irritant. Like it causes but it's like temporary blindness.
Oh, so
difficulty
right to the
breathing.
eyeballs. That must suck.
It's whatever is in this like cloud of crap that's inside it.
I know it's bad that way, but I want to know from anybody who's ever been hit by one of these. That might be a small amount of people.
Are you up for doing it at the roast?
Oh no, I'm gonna be a no on that. The paintballs hurt bad enough. It's not some small thing. Like a paintball to the skin actually hurts. Mm-hmm. It's pretty painful. So I wonder if it's similar. If you know, let us know. Send a dispatch or fire off an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break so we can get back on time here. When we come back, we'll get to this HOA issue and the woman who made an interview with this reporter so awkward. They said she went to walk out. The journalist got so frustrated. It's really uncomfortable to listen to. So let's listen to it. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Tampa Bay Bucks return home to host the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. Coverage starts at 3:30 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There's an accident getting cleared up affecting all lanes on Ronald Reagan Boulevard southbound before Dog Track Road. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. That accident on the Turnpike southbound at US 27, that's been cleared up. Just look out for some slowdowns there on I-4. There's no surprises affecting your ride. Traffic is up to speed on I-95. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hello, my friends. Sabrina here. And if you need a new appliance before the holidays, this is a great reason not to wait. The fall savings event is on now at Southeast Steel Appliance Warehouse. I've been there, and trust me, this is the spot to shop. You find incredible store-wide savings, plus exclusive rebates up to $500 on select kitchen packages and laundry pairs. And it's not just about...
Hello!
Customer service. So don't miss it. Sale runs through October 15th. So shop at Southeast Steel because, trust me, that's where you get the best deal.
BJ's Wholesale Club has always... BJ's. Get it? The holidays are my favorite time of year.
And at BJ's, they're great, not good. That's great prices every day, no matter the economy, including 3 pound rotisserie chickens, just $4.99. Wellesley Farms.
It's so hard to know what's true and what's horseshit in 2025. Like a story about Trump trashing a hotel after his UK visit. Is that legit, or is that some weird partisan nonsense where they're like anything to attack the people that we don't like? It's so hard. With the ICE stories, it's so hard. Even the local reporters, many of them are loaded up with bias. They hate these ICE officers, and so they go around and they collect the story they're already looking for. Alternatively, the activists and attorneys and stuff go out there and frame these stories up. And so the ICE stories in the US have been almost as hard to get down to the bottom of the truth as looking at stuff in like Gaza and Israel. Crazy. Crazy. How about all the articles about Trump stepping down from office? Like, that's not happening? Come on. Yeah, I think that's sort of... So there's a whole movement to like say Trump has dementia. Is he really in charge? Even the Governor Pritzker in Illinois. To be fair, Trump has said that the mayor of Illinois and the governor of Illinois should be arrested. So, you know, turnabout is fair play. These people hate each other. Trump wants them put in jail, and they hate Trump. They probably want him put in jail. That's what everybody wants these days. But Pritzker even used this tactic where he was like, oh, I think maybe Trump is sitting in the feds because of his dementia. And I think it's a way to like, for most people, they're utilizing it as a way to like get at Trump and get under his skin. Some people, I think, believe it. It's hard to like grasp. Do you think he's an egomaniacal madman who is like pulling the strings of everything? Or is he a potato-brained, dementia-ridden Cheeto, and he, like the people around him are an evil cabal of you know, terrible humans? It's hard to follow, but I think most people don't actually believe that. I think they're doing it to make them mad. Whereas, like, I legitimately believed Biden for 2 years was suffering from all sorts of mental degradation issues. So I think it's like they're trying to use that. Why are we talking about Trump? There's a genocide going on in Gaza. Next segment, all genocide. 1 minute. Dan says Sean Trump apparently saw footage from Fox News from 5 years ago about riots in Portland, and that's why I thought Portland was burning down. He's not aware enough to know what he's watching. I don't think it's true. I don't think he's dementia-ridden. I don't think he's having cognitive issues like that. I don't think so. I think he might get caught up and see some footage and get like, oh, he thinks it's new, and then there's, like, he might do that. Possibly. All right, here we go. Let's go. You little sniffers.
And help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
In just moments here, I do want to play this awkward. Oh, we already did jury duty, didn't we? I'm in the wrong hour. It's the power hour, the final hour of the show, folks. I do have some leftovers, though, that I want to work in. So a mini
right
extra.
before the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
I know where we are in the timeline. So I'm not having dementia issues over here. All right, we don't need anybody else thrown into that equation. I got it locked in, good to go. But I want to play this for you because this leaked yesterday. Don't know who is behind it. I'm going to take a couple of guesses. It appears to be recorded inside the newsroom at whatever this news organization is in California. Let's get some bio details on the lady that is in this interview. They said she stormed out. She stormed out of a CBS interview. Her name is Katie Porter.
Katie with a C or K?
Katie Porter, Porter. I remember her from headlines. I remember her being called a bitch and a pain in the ass to deal with by staffers.
U.S. rep?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember her having like a lot of issues with staffers.
Here we go. Born in 1974, lawyer, served as a U.S. rep for California from 2019 until 2025. She is a Democrat, went to Yale. See if there's any controversy sections.
I always get blown away by this. Like, people will be like, wow, this person went to Yale. She went to Yale. This woman went to Yale. She's an attorney. And in just this snippet and other interviews I've seen with her, she seems dumb as hell to me.
And Harvard.
Yeah, Yale and Harvard. Like, what the hell? I see this stuff all the time where and I don't even, like, she doesn't even come across as book smart. Maybe her communication skills just suck. I don't know.
She married Matthew Hoffman, whom she had 3 children. She filed for divorce in 2013. Divorce was contentious. Both Hoffman and Porter sought help for anger management.
All right.
Daughter Betsy, named after Elizabeth Warren. That's all in the same paragraph. And she was a teacher. I'm not saying anything else as far as...
So she's not in office anymore, right? You said former representative, I think.
Yeah, 2025.
Okay. So somebody leaked out this interview gone wrong with her, with this Katie Porter lady, and they said she stormed out or threatened to storm out of this CBS interview, and things went mega weird. And I've seen some people defending her, so let's just take it in and see if it was as awkward as they said.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%. Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you. That's what you're saying.
In a general election, yes. If it is me versus a Republican, I think that I will win the people who did not vote for Trump.
What if it's you versus another Democrat?
I don't intend that to be the case.
So how do you not intend that to be the case? Are you going to ask them not to run?
No, I'm saying I'm going to build the support. I have the support already in terms of name recognition. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to do the very best I can to make sure that we get through this primary in a really strong position. But let me be clear with you. I represent...
That's by the way, pay attention to these kind of things. If you are being interviewed, especially if you're a politician, and you feel like you're slipping, like the interviewee or the interviewer, I should say, the journalist, the interviewer is landing some punches on you, one of the tactics that they'll tell you in boot camp for this kind of stuff is sit back for a second and then push forward with an aggressive line. So if you feel like the reporter is winning, you lean forward and you go, let me be clear with you. And like you're now grabbing a hold of the conversation.
Are they really, though, when you could see right through it?
Well,
what they're attempting to do?
If they can utilize those tactics to then go like, all right, now I've gained sort of control back, but then you got to keep it. But she doesn't really here. It's something that they tell you, like when you want to become a politician, they'll put you through these different media training things.
County. I represented a purple area. Mm-hmm. I have stood on my own 2 feet and won Republican votes before. That's not something every candidate in this race can say. If you're from a deep blue area, if you're from LA or you're from Oakland, you don't have an experience.
But you just said you don't need those Trump voters.
Well, you asked me if I needed them to win.
So you don't
I
think
feel like this is unnecessarily argument.
Oh, it's starting to go south. She says,
Such
I feel
an
like
interesting setup
this is
as well.
Yeah, why are they so close to each other?
It's a very dark room.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, you see how it says CBS News California investigates? Like, there's no way the CBS affiliate didn't release this. This is This is their video, right?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't like somebody had a camera just in the same room. And she said, I feel like this is unnecessarily aggressive, or what was the word she used? I'll bring it back.
To win.
So you don't
I
think
feel
you
like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your
Argumentative.
question?
The question is the same thing I asked everybody, that this is being called the empowering voters to stop Trump's power grab. Every other candidate has answered this question. This is not
Correct. And I
argumentative.
said I support it.
So, and the question is, what do you say to the 40% of voters who voted for Trump?
Oh, I'm happy to say that. It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it.
And we've also asked the other candidates, do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. And what I'm saying to you is that.
Well, to those voters, okay, so you.
All right. Now
about to walk out.
The journalist is doing this thing where you're like, okay, I can see she's getting temperamental.
They're going in circles.
Yeah, they
It's
weren't
the
making any
same thing
progress.
over and over.
That was a loop for sure. But now the journalist is like, okay, I could see she's getting flustered. I don't want her to leave yet. Let me go to another question. And I think this is where she tries to leave.
Well, to those voters, okay, so you.
I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Okay. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't
our
care.
follow-ups.
I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation in which you ask me about every issue on this list. And if every question you're going to make up a follow-up question, then we're never going to get there.
Okay, this is a little dumb. This part is a little dumb. When you say, I want a positive experience, I want a pleasant experience, you're running for office. I want the journalists to do exactly what this CBS News lady is doing. I want them to push you. I want them to pressure you. I want them to make you uncomfortable. I want them to make you squirm. I want you to have to answer questions that you don't want to answer necessarily. You are an elected official, a person who is supposed to work for the people.
What does she want to run for anyways?
Governor.
She was trying to run for governor, and that's what led to this whole interaction right here between her and the reporter. But she's like, I want to have a pleasant experience. Like, that's dumb. That's stupid pie in the sky stuff. You're going to get pushback. If you're a politician, I don't care who you are. Like, I even think when you align politically with a TV network, like Democrats going on MSNBC or Republicans going on Fox News, I still think they should get pushback. That's like the job that you should have as a journalist. And she's like, no, I want this to be a pleasant experience, please.
And we're just going to circle around.
I am an investigative
I have never had to do
reporter.
this before, ever.
You've never had to have a conversation with
to end
a
an
reporter?
interview.
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
What part of I'm me? I'm running for governor because I'm a leader. So I am going to make.
So you're not going to answer questions from reporters? Okay, why don't we go through?
She's trying to save it again.
To ask follow-up questions because that's my job as a journalist. But I will go through and ask these, and if you don't want to answer, you don't want to answer. So nearly every legislative.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you, and I don't want this all on camera.
I don't want to have an unhappy experience with you either. I would love to continue to ask these questions.
Ladies.
Oh, please.
It's not going to go anywhere, okay? That same
if she
ground
started
over
to
and
say,
over.
well, you're nasty. You're a nasty woman. This is all fake news. Then it would be applauded if she was a guy. It's not just a ladies thing. This is a push back and forth. A very weird place for it to be done.
Who's saying this is because they're ladies? I'm just
you guys
saying
are both
ladies.
saying ladies.
Because there's two ladies talking to each other. Should I call them gentlemen? What am I supposed to say? They're ladies. So that's why I'm referring to them as that.
Got it.
Okay.
I don't want this to be an unpleasant conversation.
Well, it seems like it's turned into that. What's your
I'm just
opposition?
going to
is
keep
that,
asking these questions.
Hold on, let me be clear. Let me be clear. Are you staking the ground that calling two women who are talking to each other ladies is not right?
I'm saying that I do not want to do this with you right now.
Okay.
This seems argumentative, and I am going to get the votes where I need to get the votes. Because I'm running for governor of Florida. I don't know what you want. I immediately thought you guys were referring to, this is classic ladies just yapping at each other.
Well,
men would
Sheila
never
did make
do
a
this.
cat noise. No, men do the same thing.
There's just not a noise for the men one.
Yeah, there is. It's just a sniffer noise. Something from that website at the moment here.
70-person orgy coming up soon.
I think we have a little bit of time to play a dispatch.
You sign up.
Your wife is going to be real. She's going to be watching
she
Ed
already thinks I'm
Gein by
pretty gay.
herself. She's going to be tuned into Ed Gein all by herself, getting real bad ideas, my friend. Let's go over here. Here's Skippa style with the dispatch. It says it's about minor stuff. All right, let's see.
What up, junkies?
Hey.
So I had to go back to work when you started talking about the story with the drag queen and the minor.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do this here. Let's say person A goes to a bar and they use the fake ID to get in that bar.
Okay.
Person B buys person A a drink. Should person B be charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor? Gosh.
I don't
Did he
think
censor
so.
himself?
No, I just stopped him right there so we could answer the question. If he's saying if somebody brings somebody into a bar, maybe they're on a first date or something, they just met outside, and they go, let's go into the bar, and then the bar checks that person's ID and goes to serve them a drink. If person A buys person B a drink, should they be arrested for contributing to the delinquency of a minor?
Right. I mean, it's sort of the discussion we were having as far as he brought up the person using a fake ID, right? And so you meet a person at a bar who has got in there with a fake ID. How many things can you be in trouble for before even having sex with this person?
I don't feel like you should get in trouble for buying somebody a drink if the bar approved their ID.
Honestly, the bar would be the one getting in trouble.
I think they should if anybody gets in trouble. That's just my take on it is like if you meet somebody first day outside a bar, go into the bar checks their ID, and then they go, you say, I'll take a Captain and Coke, and they'll go, what do you want? Okay, hers is on me.
Vodka with what kind of mixers do you guys have?
I would at that point immediately go, well, the bar has verified that she's of age, so I can buy them a drink.
I think that's one of the way that undercovers, nap bars, like when they sting bars. One of the ways, like if it's during the day and there might not be a doorman there yet, they would like go in with a group of people, sit at a table, have one person go up to the bar, order 4 drinks, bring them to the table, and now the bar has served an underage person. Arrests are made. You know.
Yeah, but isn't the bar then the intermediary? Like there's some expectation when you go into a place that you can trust what's happening. So I trust that the bar has allowed in people who are of age, and so therefore, if I want to buy them a drink, then I would assume that they were of age and the bar has checked them. I don't think if somebody buys somebody a drink across the bar and it turns out, haha, gotcha, they were using a fake ID. That seems fair.
I think in this case, no matter who's paying for the drink, it's still the bar is serving a drink to that person. So I don't think you would be arrested for that. I think the bar would be the party that would be in trouble. However, if you get this person's number and starts, doing some steamy sexting with them, send them a nude photograph. I mean, you met them at a place where people who you shouldn't send those photographs to aren't allowed in.
Yeah, I think the only thing that changes my mind is once you're engaging in a sexual act with a person, it is on you to make sure, I believe, I think morally, it's on you to make sure that person is of age and consenting and those things. I think that that's the only way that this makes sense. Because otherwise you could just say, the person pretended they were 18, but they were 11 or they were 12 or 13. And you could place blame on all sorts of other third parties. The buck has to stop somewhere.
Or like, show me your Pornhub account, and I'm talking login.
Yeah,
you can't get into porn now without an ID.
I think it's difficult, but
unless your VPN is in Charlotte.
The kids are too important to be like, well, you didn't know that they were a teenager. You should have known. You're 35 or something. You should have known that they were 13. Breaking news just coming in here. Man,
is it Dolly Parton again?
It's not. It's non-Dolly related news that is coming into the newsroom here. Finally, after a very long time.
How long has it been?
A while. Derek Groves has been arrested. He is the last one that was on the loose after that jailbreak in New Orleans.
Wow.
They had gotten all of them, but
you were
He was one dude still on the loose. This guy, Derek Groves, just got arrested.
Where'd they find him?
Tell me this. Is this the only guy that didn't go to the French Quarter? Because some of them just left jail.
I mean, he should have been in Canada by now.
Well, let's see. Hold on. Where did they arrest him? He's now been arrested. Derek Groves, ending the search for all escapees tied to that New Orleans prison break. That, I believe, was the one where they got out behind a sink.
Yep.
It's like they pushed the sink
Yeah,
away.
they left that message.
Literal hole in the wall.
They said New Orleans.
Didn't they put like F the police, but they spelled some stuff wrong?
I think they did. New Orleans inmate escapee Derek Groves possibly spotted in Atlanta. So he was in Atlanta. They went in guns a-blazing and ended up catching this guy. How long ago was that? Was that?
I mean, that was
at the beginning of the year. Or it's been a while for sure.
Let's see.
New Orleans prison.
May of 2025. May
Really?
16th to be exact.
May 16th. Or so May to June, July to August, September. So about 5 months, this guy's been out there on the run, and finally they got all of them in custody.
Damn.
10 inmates total. It's got its own Wikipedia entry and everything. That's how you know it's legit.
Mm-hmm.
But now they've got them all roped back in, finally in Louisiana. So there you go. We'll keep an eye on that story as well. When we come back, we'll get a bunch of your feedback in, and I finally got to get this mom versus an HOA story in that has a lot of people talking. Something else happened on a Frontier Airlines flight. And did Trump trash a hotel room, or is this nonsense? We shall investigate. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's an accident getting cleared up affecting all lanes on Ronald Reagan Boulevard southbound before Dog Track Road. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. That accident on the Turnpike southbound at US 27, that's been cleared up. Just look out for some slowdowns there on I-4. There's no surprises affecting your ride. Traffic is up to speed on I-95. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Daytona Home Show.
Don't miss the Daytona Home Expo this weekend, October 11th and 12th at the Ocean Center.
See everything for, in, and around your home.
Free admission all weekend. The Daytona Home Expo is Saturday and Sunday at the Ocean Center.
Everyone likes to hear yes. And at Rent-A-Center, we love to say yes to flexible payments. Yes to getting what you want. Yes to approving 90% of people. Visit Rent-A-Center now to get started.
Rental purchase agreement. You will not own the items until the total amount needed to acquire ownership is paid in full, or you exercise your early purchase option. Ownership is optional. You may cancel at any time. 90% claim based on last 6 months of applications submitted. See store or website for details.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more.
Hello. Wait, what are you doing here?
You making sushi rice?
You making sushi rice? You look like you're alarmed about something.
I'm not alarmed.
You high right now?
Maybe.
You've been drinking THC drinks in there?
I've been smoking.
You've been smoking doobs in there? My God. Get out of here, pot smoking granny. See you later. Hey. Doesn't want to hear it. Bootsy says, Sean, did you see the Stephen Miller interview where he froze stiff after talking about plenary authority? I did not. The last thing I saw about Stephen Miller was AOC called him a short king. Actually, that would be a compliment. AOC called him like a little person, said he was a short person. I forgot what height she said, but Stephen Miller is some short person, and then he's like, I'm 5'10". She said I'm 4'10". I'm not 4'10", I'm 5'10". I was like, what the hell's going on here? Why are people? And then I saw her making a clip where she's like, I'm sorry, didn't mean to go after short people. So it was a little weird. I'll try to pull that up. Plenary authority? I gotta be real with you. I don't know what the hell that is. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hang on, let me find it. I do not long for the days of smoking doobies, okay? Plenary? Okay, I've got. Hold on. There's a lot of fake stuff about this. Okay. Okay, got it. Got it. We'll talk about it when we come back. We'll see what happens. Plenary authority. Kevin says 554 watching and only 125 likes. It's a sin. It's a shame. And if I'm real, it really hurts my feelings. I ask you, is it too much? For just one like a day, you can feed a starving radio host. For just one like a day, you can keep food on the table and keep the electricity on around these parts. Many people have denied to hit the thumbs up button on the video, but if so many people deny to hit the thumbs up button, the stream might end forever. Costs money to keep the lights on around here, and the cost of entry is only one thumbs up. So if you could find it in your heart, be you black, white, Catholic, Jewish, or any other thing that you might be you a blue-collar worker or a white-collar worker, a man or a woman, a little person or a tall person, or even Stephen Miller. If you just click that like button, I would greatly appreciate it, please. Tank top worker, you too. I'd like you too, but you're on Twitch, so you can't do much. Brad says, good show today. Thank you, Brad. God bless you. God bless you. Now hit that like button, buddy. Thank you. Chaos says you make 6 figures. It was a hard-hitting question. One minute. And we're coming back. We've got a couple more segments left. Let's ramp it up, baby. Let's turn the heat up, baby. Let's take off our pants and do the monkey dance. You know what I mean? Here we go.
Does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang.
Hang on. Copyright issue. Copyright issue. Stand by.
Trick or Treat Radio, just for the kids. Plus, explore curated Halloween playlists perfect for party vibes and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Halloween, and listen now.
iHeartRadio. Gators, ghosts, and goblins. Only at Gatorland.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Radio. 104.1.
story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
Payoff that I teased. Thanks for hanging out with us. You know, one thing that I want to say that maybe we don't say enough is there are a lot of radio stations you could be listening to. They could be playing the same songs over and over and over and over and over and over again. Or you could hang out with us and talk about all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world and in your neighborhood. And I appreciate that you make that option each day. So thank you for that. Right now, though, I'm wondering what's going on. Because CLM was talking to me a little bit right after the break about this Katie Porter lady who we played the interview where things sort of went south for her.
Yeah.
But has said, hold on, this seems to be like out of nowhere. Now, all of a sudden, this is a full court press against this lady. So
this is not a new interview?
No, she's running for governor right now. Well, the interview was new. That interview was new. And they released this, but it must have been CBS that released it because it was from the studio.
Right.
And that interview was released by Yashar over on Twitter yesterday. And then I saw it everywhere else after that. And people say that this woman's a bitch. She's a pain in the ass. Sure. I'm sure those are all accurate, whatever. I don't have time to figure out what's what there. But right now, they just keep dropping more clips on this lady.
Oh, boy.
And it seemed to come out of nowhere. Like now they said she once argued that inflation and abortion reinforce each other. Because people can abort babies so they have fewer mouths to feed. So that's one thing. And then I just saw that she had said, I don't know, there was another clip I saw a couple of minutes ago about this. It was like all of a sudden.
Who else is running?
I don't even know, but it must be one of those people that's going after her pretty hard right now.
And they have some good connections.
The CNN.
I just hadn't heard of Katie Porter much at all in the news until the last 24 hours.
The CNN headline is even sort of pointed at calling her out for some sort of hypocrisy because it says Katie Porter, famous for grilling opponents, is criticized for demanding a reporter be more pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, famous for grilling opponents, but can't get grilled herself.
Yeah, but who's she running against? Somebody doesn't like her. Somebody, yeah. Because another one that's making the rounds right now is California gubernatorial candidate Katie Porter disgustingly says pedophilia is a gender identity and sexual orientation and not necessarily a crime. Like they're clip crazy right now on this lady, and that does not come out of nowhere.
All right, as of July 2025.
That's a coordinated effort by somebody.
Katie Porter, Stephen Klubeck, Antonio Villaraigosa.
Yes, he's big. Yeah.
Oh, shame on my Latin ass.
Yeah.
Xavier Becerra, Tony Atkins, Betty Yee, Tony Thurmond, and then Republicans Chad Bianco, Steve Hilton, and Butch Ware from the Green Party.
Villaraigosa is the only one I think who's really got a shot there at stepping out because I think wasn't Villaraigosa the mayor of Los Angeles?
Correct.
Yeah,
it was, right?
2005 to 2013, and also served co-chair of Hillary Clinton's 2008 presidential campaign.
And who else made the move from mayor of Los Angeles to governor of the state of California? Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
The current governor of California made that same exact move. So I don't know if it's him. I don't know who it is, but somebody is going after her hard right now. Also, somebody mentioned this clip, so let's play it. They said, did you see Stephen Miller froze up on CNN? I did not. Let's see. Stephen Miller.
Stop talking. It was wild.
Most recently was involved in a back and forth where AOC called him a short guy. She was like, he's a short person and made fun of him because he was short. And then he's like, no, I'm 5'10". And then people got mad at her because she made fun of a short person. It was on the fringes, so it was hard to follow. But he's on CNN now. Let's see what happened in this moment.
An illegal insurrection. Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority,
Plenary?
Stephen?
Hold on.
There's a definition.
He froze
Steven?
up.
He's blinking.
Hey, Stephen, can you hear me?
Yeah, he's not frozen. He's blinking, but I'm saying he's frozen up like speaking. Let me go back again 1 sec, because he was in the middle of that answer and then he just stopped talking like there was a shutdown, like he got jammed up.
Stephen?
Steven.
Stevester!
Hey, Stephen, can you hear me?
What's going on?
It seemed, Stephen, I apologize. It seems like
that was weird. I don't know what was going on there.
Some people are saying that he realized that he done messed up in what he said, because I thought it was a flub. Like, he meant to say plenty, but he said plenary, but that's actually like what is it? Complete authority without anyone checking you, essentially. And
let me see.
That's
plenary definition. I do not, of all the words I know, and I know a lot of words, plenary of a meeting to be attended by all of the participants at a conference or assembly, unqualified absolute. So plenary authority would be unqualified absolute authority. I think that they would say that though on the record. Like, I think that he would say that and not worry about it, but he certainly acted weird there. I know that what they're going to say, because I hear this all the time. They'll be like, "Oh, I was hearing something else in the headphones or something." One more time. Let me go back to that moment where he said that, just see if we could pick up on anything.
A few months ago, with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard, under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen?
I mean, what's weird is if you can't hear the CNN guy right now, why wouldn't you be like, "I can't hear you. I lost you."
Well,
I can't hear.
If the feed switched in his ear,
yeah,
and he might have thought he was just cut off.
Maybe because he's still staring at the camera.
Hey, Stephen, can you hear me?
I'd be like, "I can't hear you." There's a technical issue.
It seemed, Stephen, I apologize. It seems like we're having a technical.
I don't know. Something happened there. Something went wrong. Somebody said, "Is this Grok? Is this real? Is this a real video?" Yeah, I think it does appear to be real, as best I could tell. But we'll see if they have any excuses for why that happened, and we'll also get back with this.
Like, if I just switched your feed right now, I'm not going to do it. But if I did, you'd probably be a little confused as to why you were hearing something different. And you might stop in your tracks.
Yeah, it would blast me out. Like, this is what's the trick that you do when somebody's trying to do karaoke or something, and there's like a bit that people do?
Speech jam.
Speech jam.
That's not what you call it, but it's like a delayed relay.
Right. If you start doing that. But that usually is not responsible for silence as much as it is people all of a sudden sound drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
It
So
would
you'll be
sound like
talking.
they're not. It's been difficult for them to finish their words.
It's a great game.
Right. I'm trying to see.
I didn't even have to do it to myself. I just, I got it that ingrained in me.
You got
Stephen Miller sparks suspicion. This is Time Magazine. But
again, it seems like something that later on there would be a tweet about.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It says, "Stephen, I apologize. It seems like we're having a technical issue." That's what CNN said. And no other mention about this, so I'm not sure if he's like
said anything?
No, not yet.
No, he's still just blinking. He's
waiting. He's still waiting. What can I do? All right, when we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
Conditions through the rest of the evening with partly cloudy skies as we head through the overnight tonight. Temperatures tonight will be on the cooler side, dropping down into the upper 60s across most places. But we are back seeing rain as we take a look through the rest of the work week as a low pressure system kind of brushes up against the Florida coastline, bringing in a good amount of rain and wind through the rest of the work week and the start of the weekend. Luckily, though, Sunday looking good.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Cue the easy button because it's officially...
Go, Mike. Activated.
Listen up, my business owners. That mortgage
1 sec.
also does commercial and SBA loans. Great small business administration loans. If you have any Don't leave money on the table. Let that mortgage guy Don
help you get
money off the table and back in your business.
Here's the deal, Vermeil.
Buy a business or a franchise. That mortgage
This what we doing.
and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all.
The show is over.
Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry. Again,
This is the end.
right there at your fingertips.
And because not enough of you like the stream, we're never doing this again. I will never stream again. I will never be on YouTube again. And it's all your fault because you didn't just take 1 second and hit the like button. So yes, RIP. BDMX Con says RIP me. It's been a fun ride. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Godspeed. Hey, Rage. How are you? Tanya says, I'll be so sad. I know. Me too. But I will, not on the stream, but just generally speaking, I'll come in here each day and cry to commemorate it, okay? All right? It's been good and it's been fun. Good luck. Tell Courtney she can't get the eyelash conditioner now. True. I didn't even have to ask you to rate the show. You're rating the show. You know what? That's it. They said it couldn't be done. In fact, they said it shouldn't be done. It should be illegal for it to be done. You should be thrown in jail like that escaped convict that they just got in Atlanta and they're sending back to New Orleans. They said ICE should come after you and the feds. And then Katie Porter should eat you alive and gobble you up like a Twinkie. But I said no. Because you are chatter of the day. Everyone. Everyone is chatter of the day. It's like when Time Magazine did that reflective cover and they made you the person of the year. Everyone is chatter of the day. Congratulations. Congratulations. I got to go get Today I Learned. I'm back, baby. Aaron says, I want to thank all the little people for helping make this happen. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Everybody is chatter of the day. Everybody is chatter of the day. Everybody. On YouTube. Oh, is I not specific about that? Oh. My bad. No, everybody on YouTube is chatter of the day. Twitch is none of you, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry. I thought I was clear about that. I wasn't. Was I not clear about that? Twitch sucked dick today. Bad. Like the opposite of chatter of the day. YouTube, huge, putting up numbers. Grade A stuff. Twitch, no. YouTube, yes. YouTube, yes. Glad we sorted that out. Let's go.
.com, or just dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassy's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Radio 104.1.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
And if you missed any of the show, you can always get the podcast. Where's that? Well, come on. I know it seems crazy, but it's over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Thanks for being here on the station. Thanks for being here on the show. Another great show up next. We love you. We appreciate you. Let's see what we got on the way out. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. An Orlando mom says her homeowners association targeted her 5-year-old child. The HOA going after the 5-year-old. The little tyke. The tyke was targeted by these tyrants over at the HOA. Ariel Barner said she recently received a letter from an attorney representing the University Pines Property Owners Association. She said that her kids were troublesome and they were swinging from tree branches and throwing rocks. She says they're hyper in the mornings. It's a bunch of kids out there. Everybody's happy. They're running. They have their backpacks on and their folders. I just never thought my son's joy would be seen as target or discomfort. They labeled her son, damn, imagine getting this at 5, y'all. They labeled her 5-year-old son a public nuisance and annoyance to the neighborhood. If you get that at 5, you're putting up numbers, man. That's impressive, folks.
Kind of hilarious, though.
Your public nuisance?
At 5, you have so much ahead of you. Well, we at 10.
If I was a rapper or something and I got public nuisance at age 5, that would be on one of my albums somewhere.
Arrest me.
Yeah, I'd get that on. Okay, let's do the final dispatches, friends. We've reached the end of the line.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play.
We shall see. Let's see what we got here. Some choice dispatches. Let's go to Moondog and see what they have to say.
All right. About 18 years ago, I was a bartender in Altamont.
Mm-hmm.
And the place is closed now, so I guess you could say where it was.
Yeah, where?
Smoke shots in Altamont.
All right.
And the guy and the girl came in. We didn't have a bouncer. Guy and the girl came in. He bought 2 drinks. Girl was standing next to him. Ended up being a Sting. And the bartender
slowing down too much
served him, and he was of age, but also gave him the drink.
Jail, I bet.
All right, he's saying for the girl, the bartender got in trouble. Yeah. Nobody's saying that. So, like, let's say I go into a bar with an underage girl, and then you give me a drink, and then you just assume and give the girl a drink, but she's underage, so now you're busted. That everybody's on board with that. I think everybody's fine with that. The problem is if you go to a bar and then there's another
patron,
as just a patron, and not with anybody, or like, you know, maybe even you find somebody and you're on a date, you guys just met. You don't know exactly how old they are, but then the bartender takes a look at their ID and then you buy that person a drink. You're assuming that the bartender has confirmed that they're 21. That's the change here. That's what we were talking about. Last one. Here is, I'm not going to play this because this is about people saying I don't play their dispatches. I don't really want to do that. The last one is going to be Chaos talking about that Twitch birth that started it all off.
What's up, junkies?
Hey.
Hope y'all are doing well.
Are you in the bath?
He's in the baby tub.
He's doing the pool. The pool guy.
These people that are mad about this birth, and they're going, "Oh my God, nothing's private anymore. Nothing's ever been private."
It's fake.
On the internet, okay?
Yeah, it's fake. The outrage over somebody giving birth on Twitch is fake. It's dumb. She didn't show anything. It was a nice, pleasant little thing.
She didn't make you watch it.
No, and honestly, I would say it's a service to people to be like, "Hey,
I can do it in my living room.
This is what happens when you give birth." Just so you know,
I got plenty
this is
of
what
room
it's
in
like.
here in the main studio too.
And there's nothing sexual about that. There's nothing. It's just it's a beautiful
there are some
thing.
weirdos out there that would definitely masturbate to it.
Let's say
Not that video. There's nothing to see.
For most
See,
people,
like-
it's not a sexualized thing. All right, it's a very normal, natural thing for a woman to give birth. Now
it's not like those weird YouTube videos where a naked woman gives birth in a river.
That was beautiful and also crazy.
And the kid just plops out right onto the pebble ground of the river. An entitled passenger. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, got taken away and went down the waterfall. But that's not
That's the risk. That's the risk you take in these outside berths. An entitled passenger triggered chaos on a plane. This is a Frontier flight. As she blocked the aisle and refused to move while others were trying to disembark. This has gone viral. The woman landed in Baltimore. She said, "I ain't going nowhere." They said, "Get out of the way."
Until what?
She said she was waiting for her daughter to get all her stuff together, but she was taking forever and forever. And the woman said, "Don't say S to me." The flight attendant tries to de-escalate the conduct, saying the woman should step aside and wait for her daughter to make her way to the front. And she said, "No, they won't let my daughter pass, and I'm not getting off without her." So turned into an explosive moment on a Frontier flight where I'm sure people were just trying to get home, be done with their day. And that's going to have to do it. Oh, Trump trashed this hotel room. According to MSN, I don't know if this is right or not, could be a bunch of nonsense, but they said Trump left his room littered with tanning and hair products during a recent official visit.
Picture.
Is that
trashed? That's what they said. Could be a partisan hackery here, but that's what the article says from MSN.
Throw the TV out the window. We are rock stars here.
Rub my tan face on the weight sheets.
Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
By the way, Jerry's out there in the tropics, but don't worry.
Jerry Bear.
We're good. Today I learned this lady right here.
Dolly
Parton.
That's right. Dolly Parton is correct. When the Tennessee legislature, proposed to erect a statue of Miss Dolly Parton herself, by the way, still alive.
Thank God. Prayers answered. Thanks, Will.
She asked the legislature to remove the bill from consideration, saying it wasn't appropriate to put her on a pedestal. Yeah, statue, pedestal. I see what you're doing, Dolly. Glad you're doing all right. Thank you for hanging out with us, folks. We appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show?